Something about the dum dum ding-a-ling dum dum ding-a-ling with you. Oh, I gotta change that. Dum 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 ding-a-ling dum dum ding-a-ling. Dum 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 ding-a-ling dum ding-a-ling-a-ling. Anybody singing this morning? I've got a Christmas song going. Something about some pumpkin pie. But you got to get the sugar out or you might die. Dum ding-a-ling ding ding dum dum dum. Oh, Dodo, that's what I'm saying. Then something about chestnuts popping, pop, pop, pop. All right, hang on. Let me put my world together. Hold on. It's about something. Pumpkin pie is gonna kill grandma because it's got sugar and people don't seem to know that statin drug created the cuckoo. Oh, we gotta talk about cuckoo. That's what we gotta do. Don't Grinch. Don't Grinch. Oh, no, that's not the name of the title. What's the title list? I don't have to put the title anymore. Come on and let's go along for a sleigh ride together with you. Something about we stupid and we don't seem like to go. Oh, you know what? Hang on. We gotta talk about New York. All right, I'm done. Don't ding-a-ling with you. Yes, exactly, Beaufont. You in the spirit, the Christmas spirit. You're not doing the Grinch this year. No Grinch. Beaufont the Grinch is gonna be Beaufont the honest this year. Hang on. I'm getting in the spirit. We riding in the sleigh ride together, but not in New York. Have y'all seen that legislation hit the New York is crazy? Have y'all seen that? I want to talk about New York. All right, let me stop it. I get to singing. I want to do a panel this morning. Hang on, but just in case people scared, let me put together a background. Put together a contrived world, take you in my reality, get you the cuckoo virus, get you my cuckoo virus. What is this? I was thinking about dodos this morning. There's a reason why all the dodos, they're all in the museums because they were stupid. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit if nobody wants to do a panel. And what else? The Grinch that stole Christmas because y'all about to steal Christmas from these kids because you're stupid. And where's the Grinch at? I need a Grinch. I'm building a world. It's like giving you pesticides and sugar and cardiovascular disease and then the flu killing you. Here we go. The cuckoo went extinct. There you go. Silhouette of the cuckoo. That's the cuckoo. That's you. New York. Did y'all see the New York legislation? I want to talk about that for a little bit. Y'all read law. If you don't read the law, you don't actually know what your legislators are doing. Please do not vote for legislators if you do not read the legislation. All right. G is starting to compete with Tide now. How? Whoa, no. Hang on, Tony. How? No, I'm not. Man, we're tired. Hang on, I gotta make my head bigger, especially with the panel this morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all saving grandmama this morning? No, New York started their legislation, which means that who's a twinsy with New York? They do everything together. They just get dirty, down, doggedy dirt, file, doing stuff to their citizens together. California. So New York, they launched the bill. Conspiracy. Remember we told you that they was trying to mass Macaminate everybody. They just passed. They signed. They put the legislation in place to make sure that they can cure everybody. Yes, legislation is law. Since when? Well, you know what? Legislation isn't law. A bill is a bill, but even when you pass the bill, when it goes through Capitol Hill, you remember that commercial, it still ain't a law. It's still just a piece of paper. But they are going to, they just, let's look at the law. They're going to mass machinate everybody in New York. Bruce Kane has a new slogan for us, and I want to see on protest signs, forced machination is medical rape. It is. It absolutely is, Patricia. There's no question about that. And, but you know what I said? Yeah, remember I told y'all yesterday that Facebook is helping? Remember I told y'all that? Nobody like, Facebook ain't helping. You're CIA, man. And is the video still there? The video from yesterday is still there, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's in your messenger, which is really good. Lori, I appreciate you posting the link. Someone uploaded to a website. You cannot post it publicly on Facebook, but you can post it through a message. There's no question that these people are helping. This has gone too far. That's what I think. It's gone too far, and I think they're to help. Poor kids, yep, the poor kids, because the parents can't catch a clue. Good morning, Diane. How you doing this morning? Hey, fellow rebels, yes, we're gonna be rebel and New York exodus. If you are in New York, you need to leave. If you're in New York is they're about to make it illegal for humans, and they're about to wage war on the ecosystem through big pharma. So you need to get out. You need to get out of Dodge. There was a movie about that. It was called Escape from New York. You need to go. Pretty sure the dodo is not cuckoo. No, but the dodo wasn't cuckoo. The dodo just faced a force it couldn't reckon with. Right now, we're cuckoo because we're not faced with a force we can reckon with. We can stop them anytime we want to. We just don't choose to. Legislation is law. Since when? That's what Brother Adam said a minute ago. It's not a law. There's only one law. Only one law. That's it. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Yes, Tony Paterno. We is stupid. Stupid. And we're about to where's the Grinch? I got to put a Grinch up here. We're about to steal Christmas from these children. Shaving the dodo bird. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that, Beaufont. I don't think I've ever done that. So I would love to do a panel this morning. I would love to do a panel. I do not want to hear myself talk about the New York law. Adam Dingle, because they said so. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to invite anybody. I'm going to hit this link right here, copy the clipboard, but I'm going to give you a warning. I only have one rule. It's like Fight Club. What's the one rule of Sugar Club? You don't talk about sugar because it's a comorbidity and gets people to cuckoo. What's the number one rule of Pharmaceutical Club? You don't talk about epigenetics because everything that you give people changing their DNA. One rule of coming on the show. It's not a debate. We don't do debates here. Zero interest. I will silence you and throw you off. Yes, that is my force. One rule. Come on here for discourse. Anybody wants to do some discourse? Press this link right here. Press that link. Discourse. You give your information. Let somebody else give their information. Somebody said compare, agree with what you like with, disagree with what you don't like with, and that's it. But I don't do debates. I don't do narcissism. No. So there goes the link right there. Adam Dingle, because you say so. And natural law says so too, right? There's only one law. No violations, no abuse. Feeling Joan Jett today, and I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. You should not care about your bad reputation, Lord, because you don't have a bad reputation. Your reputation is your reputation. There is no good and bad, yin and yang, sustainable, unsustainable. Wonder how Naked Cowboy is faring these days. Oh, Naked Cowboy, he got drawers on now, Diane. Hell no, it's too cold. I got on my hat. I got on my neck face diaper. Shoot, take this joker off real quick. Adam ain't gonna like that. He gonna start talking about him. No, you can fight the state as a private citizen. You can't fight the state as a few other things, but you know, we're not gonna touch that. Somebody asked me the other day, Adam ain't gonna like this one either. Said, you know, the bandanas don't work. And I said, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'm getting all your exosomes. I got eyes, ears, and the cloth and permeable surfaces don't stop cuckoo viruses. It come right through. So all the exosomes with the pathogens, I'm getting all. It doesn't work for you because you believe the TV. It works for me. I need everybody's exosomes. Come on, bring it on. I need a strong, healthy immune system. We used to fish and swim in fecal matter water, and I never really thought about it till I heard George Carlin say it. I know it's funny. As a kid, did y'all watch? If you didn't watch George Carlin, what is it called? George Carlin, Immune System, Immunity, something like that. It'll come up. Watch it on YouTube. It's fantastic. He was talking about, he said, you know why we never got sick? Because we had immune systems. We used to swim in raw sewage. And he's right. I used to swim in raw sewage too. That was my favorite fishing spot. I used to eat fish out of there too. I saw the sewage plant, but as a child, you know, it's hard to sometimes connect the dots that is a sewer treatment plant, and the water, the poo-poo has got to go somewhere. I didn't think about it. I was just a kid. I love fishing. So let me try to invite somebody here. I can show you something too. I got to show you something. Hang on. Who posted this? I don't know who posted with the kid. Who posted it? Buddha, somebody? Who posted this right here? I'll show you this. This was great. This was fantastic. I'm gonna hit the share audio just in case, because I think this was a great example. Oh, this is Purdy. Did y'all see this right here? Hang on. Wait. Well, no, this is Purdy. I like Purdy stuff. I love Purdy stuff. Look at this, right? No, dang it. Did I mess it up? I messed it up. Dang-a-lang. There you go. And not Purdy. Look at the horsey. I like Purdy stuff in the apocalypse. You gotta look at Purdy stuff. But that's not what I want to show you. I like Purdy stuff though. Nope, that's not it. That's not. They go to law right there. We're gonna read the law right there. In New York, if you're in New York, you need to run. Just process the current insanity of hospitals giving cuckoo virus patients sugary clotting meals. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? How your grandmama doing? Oh, breaking news. What is this? Canada is taking the cuckoo virus seriously. New testing methods have been developed. All you have to do is mail a stool sample to Justin Trudeau, Liberty Party of Canada, 350 Albert Street. You got to get that part right. Suite 920, Ottawa, Ontario. Apparently, he has the ability to do a better type of test. Here we go right here. This is what I want to show you. We got those in America, too. They're all Washington, D.C. address. Yeah, we need to send some samples. Here you go right here. Look at this. This was great. Somebody posted this, and it says, this is why boys need parents. Did y'all see this right? Y'all see this racism? Hang on. Did y'all see this maleism? You know, he's about to go down. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw this, because I bet you the men will agree with this. The brothers will agree. When I first saw this, I didn't think the boy was being bad, because I live in my childhood mind. Like, I you know, this growing up thing, I only want to do that when it's time to save somebody's life. When it's not time to save somebody's life, I don't want to do that. So I saw this right here, and I was like, that damn boy a hero. Don't say that boy is bad. That boy is a damn hero. I was like, we need to get the Polaroid, take a picture of him about to go down. But I agree with it. I do agree with the picture that this is why boys need parents, but it's also why we need to modify what's on television. Because if you think about it, why are we heroes and we do dumb stuff? Because we see it on TV. That's why. We see it in the cartoons. And so you figure you can jump off the roof and fly like Superman. Little girls don't do that. Well, some of them do. That's not true. Some of them crazy as hell, just like us. But this is why boys need parents, but also why we need the TV, I think, needs new labels. Like we got X-rated, R-rated, G-rated, PG, PG-13, and a bunch of other ratings. I think that television needs ratings for honesty and entertainment. Well, first of all, I think it needs a piece of a label that says it's all for your entertainment, right? The reason why you show little boys superheroes flying and all of that crazy stuff, because that's what they want to see. Little boys want to see that. They want to see guns and tanks and bombs, and some little girls too. But we also, this is why parents need parents, because what does the news do? It shows you, it confirms your bias, just like it confirms children's bias. Everything is on television is entertainment. The only rule is it cannot violate their advertisers. That's the only rule. Only rule in Fight Club on TV. Thou shalt not violate the pharmaceutical advertisers. What is this, Lori? I shared it widely in Messenger. Let me know if you want it anymore. Keep sharing it, Lori. Don't stop it. I sent it to my family, my brothers, my cousins, went through all my exes. Y'all got to get this, you know? Like, oh, he's reaching out to me because he misses me. No, not really. I just don't want you to hurt your kids. I love everybody, kids. Hey, good morning, Lori. Glory. Oh, Glory. Actually, Glory was the one who sent it to me. She was the first one who had sent me that. And it's still there. Still there. If you go to your Messenger, that video, them doctors telling you doctor stuff, Nurses tell you nurse stuff. Scientists tell you science stuff, violating everything Big Pharma want to do to you. Including, oh goodness, I don't know how you say it anymore, because now Facebook said, nope, you don't get to talk about it. You can talk about anything you want private. You cannot talk about it public. So we need new words to be able to say honest information. So I sent it to my family. You know what I said? Because my family, they got to fight. You know, hang on, let me check the screen real quick. My family in the fight, they like, you know, Black lives matter, certain lives matter, certain lives matter. And you don't have to like say a color in front of that, because you get the ignorance just from right. Certain lives matter, you know, and then that fight. And I'm just like, not in New York, they don't. Man, in New York, they not going to, because if you know who the CDC whistleblower is, go by the name of William Thompson, right? One that told you that the people that populate the majority of the areas in New York City come from a certain background, and that certain background gets 300% more Caucasism. Y'all know what Caucasism is? Anybody got Caucasism? Caucasism is a condition that people get that they should not get as children because of a big organization called Cat Dog Cat, who got sued this year. They can no longer say that their product does not call Caucasism. It doesn't call it. So if people from the dark continent are 300% more likely to get called Caucasism, then obviously whoever's forcing this New York law wants those people to get called Caucasism. Remember I told you it's a bad idea to get rid of a suspected racist president with an obviously brown genocide president? Remember I told y'all that? Well, I told you something else too. I told y'all last year that America going damn crazy, and we're gonna take the whole world with us. And look what's happening. The whole world is right with us. I'm straight up feeling the Rydra right now. What is the Rydra? I have no idea what that is. Right? Oh, Riley got her page back. You got your page back, girl? You talked to Facebook, they said you can have your page back. World Doctor Alliance 27-minute video. That is it right there, Lori. It's on a few websites. You can look at it. Facebook private messenger. Do not post it on your page unless you want to be like Riley Jenkins and have 80 profiles. Have you seen it yet? Will this evening? Yes, please do, Christine, and share it to everybody you know. That is very important. It's not important that you share my video. I appreciate it when you do, but you need to share the doctor's video talking doctor stuff. You even had journalists talking journalist stuff. It was a great, great video. It was summation. I sent it to my mama. I sent it to my brothers. They not gonna watch it though. They still in that. Cuckoo, got the cuckoo. Oh, I was imploring the brother Hank this morning. Did y'all see that? I was acting like an adult. Did y'all see my response? I'm gonna show you my response. If nobody wants to do a panel, I'm gonna show you. Let me move the cuckoo a little bit. Let me move to New York City a little bit, and California too, because y'all next. They go right along with you. There's all gonna be left. Some stone statues, some silhouettes. That's why the dodo bird is a silhouette. Because they all gone. Soon, everybody in New York, California will be silhouettes too. And the rest of them gonna come with us. The rest of us, they were right behind them. But they're gonna start with the poor people first. They're gonna start with the poor people first, because that's how they do. Which is why I want to talk about poor codes and black codes. Because in my mind, how that works out, like systemic racist law, you got this thing called black. I don't like it, but you know, black has nothing to do with your skin, it has to do with your economic status. So who is always going to get experimented on first? Well, if you look at history, it's the people who look at the classified ads for means to make some money. I almost did that once. I was down on my luck once, eating rice and bread, filling my stomach up, and looked in the classified ad. Maybe I should give my body over to experimentation for $500. The people on the bottom are always the ones, and just for the sake of argument, we'll call them black. That means nothing about ethnicity nor color, because you got a lot of white folk that's black. And those are the people who are all going to get experimented on first, because that's how oligarchy works. And it's not broken. It's how it's designed to work. Chia. What is Chia? They probably coming to Texas. They are coming to Texas, Tony. They are coming to Texas. You know, people got to be ready to move. You got to somehow duck Bob Weesdu Matrix. I don't know where I want to. I was thinking Texas, but you know, because they got guns and tanks and stuff down there. They wanted to be an independent nation. I was telling my friend from Texas just yet. I said, you know what? If y'all create a new nation called Texas, I'm coming to Texas. I'm gonna be a Texas person. It's hot as hell, dry as hell, but I can put up a greenhouse with some water in it, keep the dryness from baking my skin. I'll do Texas. I got family in Texas. Yeah, we go down. We'd be Texas because we got to be United States of Texas. We're not gonna be a part of the United States Incorporated no more. Why is the Rydra? Oh, did I send a link? Hang on, let me send the link. Nobody wants to come here and talk with me. Man, y'all make me feel kind of sad sometimes. Like, yeah, you wouldn't have a panel, and I don't want to go on with Gerard. Y'all gonna make me conscious. Is that the right word? Hang on, I gotta find my live streamer chat. I had to change the name of it because it was live streamer panel chat. I had to change the name because everybody wanted to fight. Not everybody, but a few bodies. I don't do discussions and debates, y'all. This is why I couldn't watch your president's debate. Oh, I had a great conversation with a good Trump guy yesterday. It was yesterday? And he said the same thing. I get down with anybody who can see through the system. You can't, most of the system, not all of the system. He saw through most of the system. I don't think voting works. I don't think voting for the people who are enslaving you and oppressing you, define you, keeping you from having land should be consented to and voted for. I disagree with him on that. But he was straightforward. He's like, yeah, I couldn't watch the debate either. I was like, yeah, you couldn't either, huh? I had a great conversation with him. He was a farmer, got kicked off his land by the United States Incorporated. And so we confirmed like notes, we compared information. When I put that greenhouse I told you about, the township, like, you ain't putting the greenhouse up. What you think, you free or something? They made me take the greenhouse down. Pissed me off. And so we started on that level, and we talking about this, that, being honest, speaking integrity. It's not about political parties, presidents, colors, races, just about what's right and what's wrong. Enough integrity in the conversation. We ended up talking about how he couldn't watch the election either. He couldn't watch the debate. He said, yeah, I voted for him, but I couldn't watch the debate because he got down and started acting like a child. I was like, yeah, he's acting like a child, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Why? Because he's a rich prick. Yes, he is. He came from being a rich prick. I don't like him, but I hated the other people out there. I said, I get that. I understand that. But I told him, I said, listen, I'm all about the republic, man. I'm all about, let's push back to human sovereignty, right? Let the states be sovereign again, and let the counties be sovereign again. Keep pushing. Let the families be sovereign again, and then let the humans be sovereign again. I think we got to go that direction, not the global direction. If the world's billionaires killing grandma and poisoning everybody wants to go the global control direction, we need to go the opposite way, you know? Oh, stupid me. No, Adam, you are not stupid. Adam, you follow your heart. That's all people need to do is follow your heart. I said, I did not tell you that. Didn't I tell you that? I told you to follow your heart. Yes, I disagreed with what you did. If we're having this conversation, sometimes up here you go psychotic because you don't know who's responding to who. He's probably not even talking to you for 10 years for the moment. And so he lost his, well, he was late. He lost his job because he doesn't want to wear the mask. And I disagree with that. I was like, you know, well, for me, I disagree with my life for that, Adam. Like, no, I'm going to keep making the money, buy some land, get the hell out of Dodge, because in case they do New York, come here with that mess, I got to go. So make as much money as I can, get some solar panels, other stuff. I mean, I can build them, but why build them if I could just buy them? So I disagree with that, but you got to follow your heart. If Adam starts doing what I do, Adam is going to fail Adam Dingle. And if I start doing what Adam's doing, Gerard is going to fail Gerard. Do you understand what I'm saying? That? So nobody is, the only stupid thing to me, Adam, is if you don't follow your heart. You know, listen to what other people say, but do what you got to do. Let me send this link out real quick. Damn it, Adam might want to come on. Oh, I did. I put the link. Yeah, no, nobody wants to come on. So I'm just going to read comments and yell at y'all, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I got no problems with that. It'll come down to states. It will. It will. Well, the states are independent countries, and it needs to go back to that. Snake from a mythology. What is that? I have 180 friends on my list. 50 of them are Harsh and Riley. True stuff, real talk. Hashtag facts. These are facts. These people, though, they have no damn. One, Harsh has too many friends, and he does not know how to not post things that will get him banned. And Riley just don't care. If y'all don't know them, y'all should friend them. They funny as hell. But, you know, you're going to have make space for about 50 spaces because they're going to keep getting thrown off the internet. They don't even care. I'm like, damn it. You know, it's like, Riley, you got a life or something? How you got time to be thrown off of Facebook, making profiles, finding all your friends again? That's all right. They're following their heart. Good example. Follow your heart. Ignore what everybody else does. Follow you and go to Riley's page and watch the video of her with the megaphone yelling to people out her window in the apartment in Chicago. Go to Harsh, and Harsh Medications has another page. He has a few pages. Go to them pages too. He does a lot of interviews. He's kind of like a fake TEDx. I call him Harsh Mex. I call him Farce TEDx. Farce MedX. That's what I'm. Farce MedX. He's like a fake TED Talk. But he does a lot of good interviews in between, like abusing me with okra. Like, Gerard, you gotta eat okra. I ain't eat no damn okra. I don't need to have diarrhea. I cannot be like Brother Adam. I cannot sit at home. I got to take my butt to slavery. I got to make money, get the hell out of here, because then people from New York coming down here. But y'all want to read the law? Oh, I'm gonna show you the law. Then that's what I'm gonna do. This is my thing. Nobody wants to come on. I'm gonna do my thing. We're gonna read the law. Take what's that? Take someone from New York. Yep. It should be a mass exodus out of New York. Where's that New York legislation at? Where's that joker at? Well, it's not legislation. It's just a bill. It's just a threat. That's all. New York, like, look, this is what we're gonna do to you. Big Pharma gave us a whole bunch of money. What we gonna do if y'all don't stand up? Here you go, right here. Want to hit? Here you go. Boom, right here. New York law legislation. Oh, look at all the comments on that. Yes, sir, indeedy. State of New York, 11179, although it needs to be 166679, but that's the number. In Assembly, December 4th, 2020. Introduced by Committee of Rules, blah, 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 Act, Law, Legislation, Legal Word, something, something, something. Act to amend the public health law in relation to administering cuckoo 19, cuckoo 19, cuckoo 19, cuckoo 19. Instead of just saying no more sugar. These people are nuts. The people of the state of New York represented in Senate Assembly do not enact as follows. Section 1, Article 21, blah, 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 Health Code amended by adding some bull, blah, 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 blah. Next title, blah, read, follow, blah, blah, blah. Title 8, cuckoo 19, blah, 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 and all the way down to the bottom. Once they passed the, I'm a paraphrase. Because I already read it. I don't feel like reading it again. It basically says once they say that the thing is safe, that ain't never going to be damn safe because it's defying your ecosystem and your body. It's a violation. Once the people who have poisoned you said that it's safe to poison you with this one, they're going to require everybody to take it. No exemptions except for medical and some circumstances, which are very, very corrupt and weird and just not fitting within the profit that they need to make. So why'd I read that again? I don't know why I read that, but it's cuckoo. Cuckoo 19, cuckoo 19. See, you don't need legislation to abuse people's ecosystems and rape them. You need legislation to rape the corporation. See, this is what would happen if you had a government. If you actually had a government instead of governing corporation and oligarchy, they would actually be going after Big Pharma. Big Pharma that gives people statin drugs under the illusion, violating their contract for health with the doctors and the medical field to actually do no harm. They give you statin drugs so you don't change your diet. You need to go find. It's like I was telling Brother Hank, I'm gonna go to Brother Hank. That's what I'm gonna do. Because Brother Hank ain't give up. Not a lot of this man. I just want the man to grow up a little bit when it comes to understanding what the hell is going on. He really wants to help. He really wants to help, but he hang on. Let me close this out because I'm showing all kind of personal information. I don't want to show people personal information. Y'all criminals. Y'all out here saying truthful things. I don't want you to see my information. Let me go find. Look, and maybe this is an example of how to talk to people. I'm not sure if I'm talking to him the right way. I'm putting him on blast because he's hanging on. He is hanging. He is one of my cuckooers that just hanging on. He ain't letting go, boy. He's like a pit bull. He got fighting for the 1%, boy. He wants to make sure the 1% get that money. Hang on. Where is he at? Hank Williams. No, he's a good brother, got a good heart. We agree on a lot of things. We do not agree on helping Big Pharma make another billion, trillion, gazillion dollars. We don't agree on that. Not while people are dying. What thread was he on? I don't know. He's on all of them, but I don't know which one I respond. He's the only one defiant, and most of my friends are tired. They're not replying to him no more. I try to hang on. Here we go. Ooh, here we go. Yes. Ooh, dang it. Every now and then I say something that I'll be like, yeah, where did that come from? The ethos, the Akasha. I'm not this smart. Hang on. Hank, where Hank at? Put Hank on blast this morning. Oh, it's Hank Phillip. I called it Hank Williams. Yep, that's him right there. Oh, look at that. Deanna and Adam Dingle back me up with a like. All right, I'm right here. No, there's a guy, he wants to help. And you know what happened? He reminded me that he wants to help. Let me find, let me show you the post. 2547. 2547. All right, what post is this? This was a post where right. The Black Plague post, right? So why do strong people work through the Black Plague? Well, because not working was certain death, and 1% are deadly. The 1% are more deadly than a plague, right? The only thing that's killed more than the 1% is malaria. All right. Let me see right. He says, I'm doing what I can to make people safe on this site. So he's the one who's constantly posting, where's mass lockdown? Where's mass lockdown? Where's mass lockdown? You know, listen to the government, listen to the government, listen to the government. I'm you know, I don't really reply and read his post much anymore, but I know he wants to help. I think he cares. I'm pretty sure. Do y'all know Brother Hank Phillips? Is he AI? No, I think he is a guy. No, he's really trying to help people. And here's my reply to him. Let me know if this makes some sense to you. I said, well, if you want to help, then launch a campaign to label sugar like any carcinogen, label the statin drugs like the cigarettes, promote cardiologists with the cardiovascular disease reversing clinics that are actually helping people, or make the cholesterol myth a required reading in school. All I've seen recently is you helping boost their profits while more fall in this avoidable comorbidity trap. You understand what I'm saying? The trap of clotting. When you're clotting, when a for-profit industry keeps clotting alive and you keep clots alive, and then you get clotting from the common cold that made a jump in gain and function, you will die because your body can't take that much clotting. There's a good video from the autopsy, it was something like autopsy doctors or whatever, and they explain to you why people are dying. If you want to help people, then really help people. Don't just go watch television and listen to the government in corporations, because it's not a government. It's an oligarchy. They're required to do what brings profit. Healthy people are not profitable. Let me see. You are relentless. Oh, there you go. You are. See, how come people like when I was being a little aggressive? And then after that, I said, you are relentlessly unhelpful to people you could be helping. If you just applied that pit bull stubbornness against the greedy, apathetic corporations, disease managing, you'd be a hero, saving many lives with awareness and how not to die from evolving common cold. Right? You know what? I pat myself on the back for that one. I thought that was pretty good. I thought it was to the point. It was on point. He could, you know, and then he went through, and of course the narrative was, well, why do you equate the global medical science world with U.S. big pharma corporation? What are you getting out of that? And I said, well, you know, because this is like the narrative where it's like, oh, it's only America. You know, if it weren't a global pandemic, that, you know, it's just America. It's like, well, first of all, it's an oligarchy, right? And America is the worst oligarchy on earth. So they poison their people the most. So the most people with the most clotting problems live in America because they poison the air, food, the water, the land, and they got the statin drugs. Now they operate all over the world. All over the world, Rockefeller medicine, allopathic medicine operates, but they thrive in America because it is a for-profit corporation. All right. That's what I was saying. Oh, is Dingle coming on? Did y'all send Dingle the link? Dingle. Hang on. Dingle, come on. Dingle, let's talk to Dingle. Where's the thing at? Hydra with Riley Head. What is Hydra? Hold on, let me change this. I don't have hold music yet. I told you I have fun. There goes Adam. Listen to the link. Ding, 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 ding. I make songs up as I go. Jingle bells, sugar smells, you're gonna die the flu if you don't read the cholesterol myth and stop eating black goo. Well, not black goo. I meant to put Twinkies or something. Black goo was on my mind. All right. I have a feeling I'm not going to be watching long BS incoming. What is that? Was that Patricia? You mad at me? Because I said Facebook is helping because they keep the private mess. That's a fact. It is a fact. It is a fact that in your messenger, you can send any damn thing you want for the most part. I personally got away with sending everything I wanted through Messenger. You cannot post it publicly. So somebody there actually care about you. Hey, good morning, Adam Dingle with the flag. Ooh, you're gonna have to explain to the people what the flag means.
This is the civil peacetime flag. It's a statement and a declaration of individual sovereignty and it denounces any military and government jurisdiction under the color of law. And yeah, and that's Guy Fawkes, a guy out in England who attempted to destroy the House of Parliament. Him and I believe it was three other guys, and the three other guys essentially, or two of them really, turned him in, and stifled the whole thing. But it was a real event, and they were almost successful, almost.
You know what the 800-pound gorilla in the room is at this moment in time when I'm looking? You have a likeness to Guy. I'm not sure if you're catching that. Is it just me, or do you not have a likeness? Do you think there's a psychological thing that you're doing where you're changing your face, cutting your beard to kind of have that guy look? You don't almost need the mask, brother.
It's a muzzle. It's not a mask. That's a mask. My flesh. This is a mask.
I'm talking to goatee, because you kind of got the goatee. You got the Guy thing going on, brother, already is what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're invoking the consciousness.
You want to know something funny? The last time I even touched this was December 23rd, 2019.
Why? That thing should be huge.
I don't grow facial hair that well.
Okay, neither do I. My facial hair sucks. Once I wanted to grow like sideburns and stuff. They disagreed. It was all chopped up and looked naughty and natty. I look like Grady from. You ever see Grady on? Are you old enough? You remember Sanford and Son?
That's a long time ago.
Okay, just think about somebody. Think about somebody with like knots and nickels and knots and just it was ugly. I'm not beard privileged at all. I'm not sideburn privileged. I don't do that.
Hey, save a lot of money on razors, right?
Yeah, well, I just hit it with the clippers and stuff, you know. So tell me, what do you think about with the New York law? What do you think about the New York bill getting ready to mass back? I mean, we knew it was coming, right?
The
New York bar.
Pretended acts of legislation is what it really is, and it's in violation of the rail law and even the constitutional law, both state and federal.
Why though? Why? Explain to people why. How is it that they can actually violate the Constitution anywhere they want, anytime they want?
Because we passively accept it.
We go along with it.
And we're too ignorant and uneducated to even recognize the legalities and what these people in what's called government is actually allowed to do, and what their purpose is on top of it all. They aren't allowed to demand of us, the people, anything. They're there to best inform us and give us the real and honest information. And it's up to us as individuals and collectives to choose our own option, given the facts and information. Unfortunately, what people are perceiving as what they call facts are blatant lies, and they've been, over the course of, even just the past 100 years alone. The information and knowledge and know-how of our health and of the environment and stuff. The people that are imposing this shit upon us are very intelligent people. Unfortunately, they don't have a heart.
No, they don't have a heart. So just to understand how bad it is. So whatever we call the entity, corporation, government, demon, psychopath, whatever you want to call it, as long as we go along, what can't they not do? What are they not capable of as long as we are willing to continue to go along? Nothing.
There's nothing they're not capable of. They're capable of absolutely anything that we passively accept or ignorantly remain silent to. I mean, the first step is to obviously voice your concerns and your objections. You know, people want to hold certain pieces of paper to a standard of this is what my rights are according to other people. Your rights are essentially what you feel your rights are. But there is one important rule that of any society must adhere to, and that's to do no harm or face the consequences. And face the consequences.
And face the consequences. And so the funny thing is, I think we got it twisted. We got it backwards. We should be the ones right now not having an election or even debating about an election. That really was a selection. We should be having murder investigations. 200,000 people in the United States and millions of people around the world were just killed by multiple industries who are now dictating what the new world is going to look like. And that is a script that has to get flipped. I'm kind of convinced it's going to get flipped, though. I think that people have limits to how far they're going to go. And now it's obvious they're passing these codes. And maybe it's me. I know you're shaking your head. Maybe it's just the influence of people around me. The vast majority I meet, they're tired of this. And they don't believe most of it. Even the people who are on the fence, they're still like, this isn't making any sense. Like, somebody peed in this Kool-Aid. This is not delicious and sugary. This tastes like pee. And so even the people on the left are really questioning it. But I know there are people out there who are still really scared, and maybe it just depends on where you are and how well the news works.
Yeah, and how sweet the Kool-Aid is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess what a good analogy, right? Because what is the sweet Kool-Aid in that circumstance? If you live in a city that had a really bad flu this year because of pollution and sugar and statins and cholesterol imbalance and all the other things and other technology that you can't mention, then when you're hearing about, government who passed all the legislation that allows all that to happen coming to save you, that's sweet Kool-Aid. Right? The Kool-Aid is sweet. Oh, you're coming to save me. We're going to get those Adam Dingles and stop them from spreading exosomes and the cuckoo virus, as opposed to the fact that you got skin, people. There's no there's no surface that viruses and exosomes cannot permeate. There's hundreds of studies that prove that, which is why laboratories do not wear these damn things. They don't wear face diapers. They wear positive pressure level 3 suits when they work with this damn thing. And so what gets me at them and what kind of pisses me off a bit is that, well, one, they give people a false sense of security, and they're sending people out on the street. But now they're going to give them an injection that's not proven to work, which is going to cause more problems, because then you give people another false sense of security, and you're sending grandmama out there to have more problems. Chris Lewis is in the house.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Good afternoon to some. Good evening to others.
Well, first of all, before you even open your mouth, everybody, you need to, first of all, go to Facebook and type in Adam Dingle and hit the follow button. Then you need to go to Chris Lewis's page, type in Chris Lewis and hit the follow button. These are two men who speak the truth. They speak it different from me. We don't always agree, but these brothers drop major truth bombs, and every time they press that link, the go live, they should have at least 30 to 50 people watching them at all times. Please follow these men.
Okay. Show love. You already know. It's the love way.
I'm not showing love, Chris. I ain't showing love. I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me, brother. If I don't have, if I'm doing,
they're gonna kill you.
No. I need
you on the list.
I need y'all to have more viewership than what I have.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say. No, fuck that. Keep my viewers low.
Yeah.
Keep my viewers low. I ain't trying to go.
There can't be any captains in this. There's no leaders, there's no followers, there's no masters, and no slaves. Just everybody stepping up. And every time
everybody.
We should all have equal viewership.
Listen, man, I'm about to break something down to you. This is the truth of what you're saying is real true because it's evidence throughout history. The leaders fell and the people fell in line. You dig me? The leaders all fell, and guess what happened to the people? They fell in line because they didn't know that they were leaders in their own right individually. You know what I mean? And they didn't understand that inside of them was the leader that they were looking for, instead of on the external, what they were being taught was the leader. Like, this is your leader. We're still taught that to this day. So individually, we have no fight with, well, not we, but millions of people have no fight within them. Honestly, this is just the honest truth. Millions of people have no fight against this system of operations. Because guess what? Millions of people fell in line. If you fell in line and you aligned your life, your whole way of life, your whole way of living, thinking, breathing, eating, sleeping, everything you do in life is about you falling in line with the system of operations. So they took the fight out of us. Think about that. Generations they took and then they threw the leader. They always do this. They throw a leader in your face. This guy is the one that you should follow because he's speaking the things that you believe in, and anybody could speak the things that you believe in because hey, we're all looking at the same realities damn near. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of things in common when it comes to the struggles or the issues and the problems that we're facing when it comes to systematic relations. But also our social relations is in tune with that too. So when it comes to race, Black people, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, that was the leaders, you know what I mean, of history. And when they died, guess what happened? Black people had to fall in line. They didn't know who else was going to lead them. So they're like, damn, you know what? The leaders are dead, but you know, their message was true and profound. But guess what? I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to make money tomorrow. And I only know one way to make money, and that's the system of operations that my leader was speaking out against. The leaders were speaking out against the system of operations that everybody falling in line with today. And it's like, where's the fight? We lost it.
But he didn't die. He didn't die. The leaders didn't die. Like the real leaders with integrity don't die in the United States. They're murdered, right? They're murdered, and usually the people who murder them get the power. And that includes JFK and the rest of them. And when they get murdered, you know, people fall in line with the power. And you're right about that. We got that step and fetching thing going on. We can't seem to stop stepping and fetching and finally say, you know what, that's it.
Yeah, it works though. It works. Like if you think about enslavement and captivity, whenever those leaders that were, you know, courageous enough to stand up against the violent nature of these men and these settlers, they were killed. But they weren't just murdered, like you said. They were murdered as a way of showing the other people that, yo, if you don't fall in line, guess what? This could be your fate too. You crazy. If you want to get crazy, you know, you want to get crazy, guess what? This is going to be your fate. And they do that same thing today. They do the same thing. But they just don't do it in the physical nature today. They do it in the, I guess, psychological nature, where they'll tell people to look at you as dead in their mind. You know what I mean? Now, they won't kill your physical pain. They'll kill your character. You know what I mean? So they say, oh, you want to speak out against American government? Your crazy, dysfunctional ass is going to be put on blast in front of all these Americans that love me or that love American God, I guess you could say. They love the American God. So now, in the face of American God, you're the devil. I'm the devil for speaking out against the system of operations that is causing all this destruction in the minds of the people. You know what I mean? Because they give you all the shit that you want. You can get all the shit you want. The money, you can get all the money you want. You want the things, you can get the things you want. You just got to work for it. You know what I mean? You got to give yourself away for it. But that's what they're doing. They're just feeding us all this destruction, and we're just fighting each other with it, you know?
Are you guys aware that I was on the Judge Mathis show?
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
No, what? What?
Oh, shit. For real?
Oh, X-Files. What? No, tell me about this.
I'm going back and watch this shit.
Guess what? You can't.
What?
Whoa.
They didn't put that joint out.
I have a small clip. I don't know if I can pull it up or not.
What? You in the Mathis? You a famous? We got famous people in this joint.
Send that to me now. We go. You know what? I was about to pull the clip of a black preacher who said I had to get out the way so they can kill Martin Luther King. I was about to show that.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
But no,
CIA.
I'm glad to see the
CIA agent.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that back in the day and recently. It's just sad. It's just laughable though. It's very laughable because it just shows you how people just following after blindly. You know what I mean? It's something that we used to do. You know, black and proud. You know what I mean? But where's this clip at? You want to Judge Mathis? Oh, snip that. You got
Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis is a man hater. He don't
Oh
like he
shit.
don't
Oh
like
shit.
dudes.
That mean you lost. That mean you lost.
No, not completely,
Okay.
entirely, but you know, I I filed a small claims lawsuit against my son's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the TV shows, they contact both parties because it's public records. They contact both parties. If both parties agree, they'll fly you out to wherever they're located. We were in Chicago. Fly us out there, hotel, pay us some spending money, pay everything, and then pay us on the way out. Everybody
shit.
wins pretty much.
Everybody gets something. Yeah, everybody gets something. Yeah, I know.
You know, I sued for an electric bill. She counterclaimed for dog insurance
Okay.
and
It was a good
and
one.
a month's rent. Because when I left to diffuse the situation, I had plans to come back. She didn't want me to come back, so I never returned. And she sued me for a month's rent because I didn't give her 30-day notice. My girlfriend, the mother of my child.
Okay.
I knew you had a crazy story. I didn't know how crazy Train it was.
But so one of the reasons why they took it down is because they actually defamed me and essentially discredited my character simply by the title of the show. They titled it "Adam Dingle Held Captive, Mother and Son." Mother, because she wouldn't allow him to see son, or something stupid along those
They
lines.
set you up for failure, huh?
But what I did get was at the end, we each give a closing statement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find it now.
That's
the
drama,
closing.
man. You got drama in your life.
But you know what? So the funny thing is, I'm glad Adam's talking about it because this is how I got involved. Once I realized that the state don't give two damns about children, and it's all designed when you turn against the person you love that you had kids with, or they turn against you, the family court system will swoop in to guarantee that the children become weapons. Now the good thing though is there are a few judges that defy that, but there aren't many, right? The judges and lawyers work together to create more conflict that gets the kids hurt more. And this is when I started reading the law. When I started reading, what was it? The Welfare Reform Act of 1994, the social engineering that the Democrats put in and the Republicans helped them, where children became wards of the state and they infused billions of dollars so that whoever owned the child, would get a payoff from the other parent, and the federal government would pay the state for every dime they collect. And so men started going to jail for child support, or mothers who had big incomes. And that's when I got involved. Go ahead, Adam.
All right. I don't know if I can flip the camera around or not. No, it doesn't look like I. Can I? No.
You can see that YouTube.
All right. So.
You got a link. Oh, you got on.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a little bit.
Let me try.
You had to just put it all the way up to the camera. That's all. That's the only way.
Video or is it YouTube?
Well, they took it off of YouTube.
We in Ghetto Productions 101. Ghetto Productions.
All right, let me see if I can make us smaller. Hold on.
You got to hit play. You was looking sharp. Okay.
However, you admit to not giving 30-day notice. I'll grant her judgment for 12 days.
Listen.
Father does not his kid and blames it on me. And as he has a court order saying it's his child, and he chooses not to. I just wish that she would mature up and allow me to be in my son's life. It's been 147 days since she's allowed me to see my son, and it's unjustified. And my son misses me and he wants me. And I hope that someday she can mature up and we can co-parent together for the sake of our son.
Did y'all hear that?
I did, but I'm struggling to get back on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
There we go. I was like, oh my God, Adam is on Judge Mathis. I'm sorry, I didn't hear half of what you said. I was so excited. I was losing my mind, but I heard a little bit of what you said, and which is the deal. Like they use parental alienation to jack the kids up, to stoke the fires, to create more problems. And that's how the family court system started. And this is when I started walking away from the system. I got involved with Fathers for Justice. Then I got involved with fathers' rights groups, and we started fighting for children. And I started counseling men going through it on going through the family court system, because the way it was designed is that it would break them financially, hiring lawyers to continue to go back and fight. And then women started coming into the group meetings. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, this is, because they're stealing children from the men, the fathers. And they said, no, that's not how it works, right? They take the children from the parent that makes the highest income, so the state can collect most dollars from the federal government, the billions of dollars that Bill Clinton put out there. And it blew my mind. And so instantly we realized, yeah, we have to stop this. We changed the name. Well, we tried to change the name, but we flipped to being Families for Justice and Families' Rights, right? We started bringing high income women in. And then when you go back and, start reading the laws and see how all that works out, anytime you put money attached to the location of a child, that's human trafficking. And so really what you were being afflicted by, brother, is you were being afflicted by a multi-billion-dollar human trafficking system that was keeping you from your children. That still is.
But no, they're only securing the separation of it. Fundamentally, it comes down to Jennifer Aceto, my son's mother, and her family, because that's the first people I reached out to, the closest in our family, to help try to litigate this bullshit. But nobody was willing, and it is what it is. But yes, no, essentially, I fell into the same rat hole you did. The fathers' rights movement, and I've followed Fathers for Justice and all the other ones. I even started my own little page, more kind of a blog, I guess you could say, is the Legalized Fatherhood Now. That was in my early days, when I didn't fully understand the whole system in its foundation, and the corruption and the legalize is passing on authority to litigate and to control and manipulate.
And
but nonetheless, I found privy to that very quickly, I would say, within about 2 years, and yeah, no, I completely had to walk away for the sake of my son. I don't want, the thing that haunts me to this day is the fact that I agreed and allowed, for my own selfishness, to spend time with him, to have my 3-year-old son go inside of a courthouse to be supervised by a psychologist.
Yeah, but that's not a hit on you, brother. That's not.
Man.
Yeah, that's the system is orchestrated that way. They take your love for your child and they use that to make you abuse them in that way. That is not anything on you, right? And so, and to clarify, I didn't go through the system. I started to enter the system, and the mother of my kids and I, she wasn't crazy. Well, all right, let me say it the right way. people are fooled into this nonsense.
Yeah.
She wasn't fooled into the nonsense. We realized early on that the lawyers were like trying to play us against each other. And then we had a good judge. Like we started to see that. And then we went in and it was interesting. Oh, Chris, actually the court wasn't too far from you. But anyway, we went in and the judge we were supposed to get, the family court judge who's trained to do these things, wasn't available. So we went to a criminal judge, right? They brought in a criminal court judge. And the criminal court judge who watches, you know, young minority men and young non-minority men go through the system. And I think this is why he did what he did. He saw the lawyers playing us against each other. And he said, no, like, this is what we're going to do. He said, y'all go out. You know, it was a custody hearing. He said, y'all go out and y'all figure this out together.
Right. It's like a mediation.
Yeah. He no, but no mediation. He said
Just you two. Yeah, it's you two.
You two ignorant people who are sitting in my courthouse. He didn't say this, but this is how I'm taking it down.
That's how I interpret it.
Too young and stupid to figure out that this is a human trafficking system and your children will become wards of the state. You need to go out in the hallway, figure out if you want to be a damn grown-up parent or if you want to be a petulant child by your damn self. So it was no mediation because the lawyer stood up and they were about to go with us. Right. He said, no, sit down.
There you go.
And so we went in the hallway and we just went out there, and, you know, and it's difficult, you know, because when you're going through divorce and breakups and stuff, it's rough. Right.
Right.
And so we started talking like, you know what, we just want what's best for the kids. Right. And so, you know, but yeah, so I didn't go through the system. Like I came within hide and hair. We came, you know, we agreed in that hallway that, you know what, our children aren't slaves. Right? You don't get to own them and I don't get to own them. They are free, beautiful creatures who can choose to come and go as they please. So we agreed in that hallway. We'll go back in here and we'll say 50-50, but we're going to let our children live free. They can go stay with you if they want to stay with you or stay with me if they want to stay with me, and we'll instill the values that we both want to see. So we went back in and we set that up. But when that happened, Adam, and Chris, I know you've been through it too. When that happened,
you know me, I'm a finesser though. I ain't go through no system. You feel me? I ain't crazy.
Yeah. When that happened, I stopped and I realized, you know how I tell people how privileged I am? I'm privileged. I'm privileged. Even in that way, I'm privileged. And I said, you know what? I'm privileged. I escaped the system. I didn't marry someone who couldn't figure this out. Now I need to do everything I can to stand up for people who don't have this privilege. And that's when I got involved with Fathers for Justice. Mike Russo, as he's commenting down here, this man was another man in Fathers for Justice. And then the system evolved. So I did it to help other people and help other children. And then when I realized they were screwing mothers like Sandra as well, she just commented a minute ago, then we changed our name. Like the system, like you talk about, Chris, systematic operations. System is designed to create Black people, white people, Christian people, Muslim people, you know, Californians versus New York, China versus America, divide you up and conquer you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something too, though.
We stopped and we changed the name to Families for Justice, and we started anybody who comes in here whose child's being abused by this system, we need to work with.
Yeah, see, this is hard though, because it's like very, very situational. But in the light of the system, it's like it's there for a reason. You know what I mean? It was built. I guess it was designed for a specific reason, but then it was overtaken to become like a deceptive entity, I guess, because there are oftentimes where, or just throughout history, you know what I mean? Throughout history, there's been parental strife when it's come to the children, you know what I mean? And for the majority of time, people are sensible enough to do things and manage things without the courts. You understand what I'm saying? So like with you, for instance, G, it took y'all to get all the way there in the courts for you to realize that we could come to some sensible solutions without the courts being there. You know what I mean? Because y'all had to get y'all had to witness and experience the foolishness of the courts and how the inner workings were going on to get the light to go off in your head. Like, hold up. This ain't it. You know what I mean? This ain't it for us right now. You know what I mean? And the judge had to kind of put the light on in the head too. When y'all was blessed, he's like, no, this ain't it. Y'all go figure this out, and y'all can do it together.
Right, but the key is he was not a family court judge.
Okay, yeah. So he had no bias. He had no bias towards the system or y'all.
He had a bias he had a bias in the other system, and so he was a part of the systematic operations, and so he didn't do his job. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, towards the family. the family court situation, because you know they train those family court judges to stick to the program. You know, they're like, no, if you see this, take advantage of it, bang, bang, bang. You know, they built to look and see. The criminal judges, they built to in a criminalistic way. You know what I mean? So when it goes over to family court, they might have a little commonality, but it's like it's a whole different system of thought in general, you know? But I'm talking about the instances where there are females and men that just have bad relationships, you know what I mean? And there's domestic violence and there's, you know, real life shit that's going on, you know what I mean? And the parents or the child, unfortunately, needs the courts to be involved, you know what I mean? But what happened somewhere along the line is they've gotten millions and millions of other individuals that don't need the courts to rely on the courts as the tool of, it's like this, it's like out of spite, I guess you could say. So it's a lot of false emotions involved in it. So it's like this, the woman has bad feelings towards the man. So she knows that the man is not succumbing to her wishes of maybe being together or doing what he wants him to do or vice versa. So they say, oh, I'm going to get back at so-and-so and I'm going to use the courts. You know what I mean? So now financially, this is when it comes into all the time. It's like, so when it comes to money, it's like, no, the woman feels the man's not paying enough. The man feels as though he's paying enough and he's doing it. He's coming to see his child. He's buying the shit for the kid, got the receipts and everything. But the woman's like, no, you need to give me the money. And then it's like, damn, we ain't doing this finesse shit. We gonna get the courts involved. You know what I mean? And it's those situations that the courts may be needed for, even though it's fucked up, but the courts took advantage of all the other situations and the emotions that are involved in it in a way that they can say, people, hey, look, fuck them, come to us. We're going to have your back. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have close family units and things where they can have somebody telling them some real shit like, look, you don't have to take it out on him and go to the courts. No, that's not the way we're going to do things. Y'all sit down, talk it out. We're going to mediate this shit amongst ourselves because we're grown enough to do that. Y'all grown enough to do that. You know what I mean? If you grown enough to stick your dick in somebody, or if you grown enough to start riding around and, you know, humping and jumping and all that, you grown enough to take a sensible enough time to come to some type of sensible solutions for the fact that your offspring, even if you don't like it's so messed up out here, man. I'm just saying.
The problem is like even within my situation, because I can only speak from my experience, but like I wasn't sensible when I was with her. Like, sure, I had some senses and some you know, I take care of my business, but I was essentially senseless. Okay. And so, you know, it's easy to fall for the traps and the collusion and manipulation of thinking that family court is a court of law. Okay. Thinking that because they say they're doing it for the best interest of the child, they have no real personal connection to the relationship or the family. Yeah, the relationship that you got. My judge actually is somehow connected to my ex's family. Nonetheless, they're not real judges anyways, because family court is not a real court of law. It's arbitrary, and it should be changed to family trafficking institution.
Hang on. You said you were senseless. How old were you?
What's that?
You said you were senseless. How old were you?
25, 24.
Thank you, because that's the perfect example. You know how we talk about you don't have a fully formed frontal lobe to your 26, and so what just happened is they abused you. You weren't even human yet. You didn't have a fully formed human brain yet. They abused you. You weren't senseless. You were a 25-year-old kid who thought that your government and the court system was there to protect you and your children, and they didn't. They abused you. So you weren't senseless. I do this to Chris all the time, too. I just don't like to hear people beat themselves up for what the system did to him. Chris done did some stuff when he was young, too, but he ain't do nothing wrong. Up, he didn't do nothing wrong. Yes, you do. Stop it. Yes, you do.
I mean, I'm just reality. It's just my braces.
You're a kid. You're a kid. You're living your life. You get into trouble and you expect your government to come in and do the right thing, and they always do the wrong thing. They always abuse. And this is why, like I said, I got involved because of young brothers like y'all and the fact that this system is purely about abusing people. It is an oligarchy. It is totally a corporation. And what Adam said, it's not a court. It is a for-profit department from within states, and it's a for-profit court on the federal level. When y'all get upset about, oh, they got this judge and Kavanaugh and blah, 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 blah. That's all I hear is blah, 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 because it is a corporation. They are required to do what makes profit, and that is abuse you. Until Americans figure that out, and Britons too, and Canada, they're corporations as well.
This is a worldwide corporation. This ain't just this is in South. Think about South America. They done traveled all. They got this stuff in South, and you don't know it because they speak in Spanish, and nobody know Espanol, so you can't even. And then they got this stuff worldwide, man. If we knew all these different languages and we were able to interpret the things, we would see the same thing happening worldwide. This is why people of the world are standing up. But the thing is, people of the world are so divided. You know what I mean? We're embedded into the state of division. So it's like, look, Adam, your white ass, we don't give a fuck about what's happening to you. You know what I mean? Because we black. That's what they tell black folks to think. You know what I mean? And then they say this, I'm a uppity. If you would think about if you uppity and black, I don't give a shit about them little low-class black folks unless they're in my family. And even then, I don't give a damn about them. So we divided even within our own racial makeups in the system of operations. You know what I mean? And it's like, we can't connect worldwide to see that this shit is happening all over. All types of trauma, all types of deception, all types of division. You know what I mean? And it does something to our minds. And it's habitually done is make us cower up and go into a corner when it comes to the political status of things, you know, because like this, we just say that for the majority of people, they feel as though they cannot really do anything about it. You know what I mean? I can't do nothing about what the shit that's happening in the world. So I'm gonna just get along to go along in this American state of society, enjoy my life and live it and teach my children how to adapt and get along the same way. But what we're not doing is talking about all the trauma that is creating millions and millions of broken individuals, not only in America, but worldwide. And it comes from the same system of operational thought. Everybody is trusting the system of operations that they need to be defying. And it's not something that you can say like, all right, financially, I've aligned my life to where I got this job in this position or this career in this profession to where I'm embedded in the system of operations. And now I have to you have to dig deep in the soul because they don't teach you to look within your soul and they teach you to love the evil spirits of the world. You know what I mean? It's not I'm not going to talk about the beliefs and stuff, but it's just the spirits. The spirit of evil is embedded in the system of operations. And this takes us to the side of hate, not hate, but like fear. We don't know how to love other people because we're afraid to get to know other people. In order to know how to love other people, you have to be willing to get to know other people. We don't even take the time to get to know the people in our own damn lives like that for real. You know what I mean? Because we're so full of ourselves. And then it passes down to our children. So now the adults so full of themselves are using the children as tools in their fight against each other. So the parents are using the child as a tool in their fight against the dad and the mother. And it's like the child is being raised up in a dysfunction because the community around them can't do shit about it. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing about it because we're not bonded together in the way that we should be as human beings, you know, because this is just a human being thing. We're dealing with all the common things. We're dealing with all the common shit that we deal with as humans. We're not hungry. Think about this. We're not hungry no more. We're not starving. Like this shit that they got us hooked up onto in the system of operational thought is fucked up. We're not starving no more. We have an abundance of food to where nobody should be hungry. Millions of people are hungry. It's because we don't give a damn. We don't care. We know what's going on. We're like, oh no, fuck it. The system of operations is supposed to do something. I'm paying my taxes for the system to do something, Chris. So you can shut up. I'm contributing. The system is using my taxes to pay. But why the fuck is people still hungry? Why are people still sick? You giving all this tax money to the healthcare system and they run around, got you tell them, put the mask on. They got millions and trillions of dollars to give you some real solutions, but they selling you fake ass remedy. Put the mask on. It's a deadly virus. This is what people believe, but people believe this because they were programmed to. That's where we have to understand. People are programmed to act exactly how they're acting in 2020. They're not going to act any differently. They're not going to act any different. This is the program. So we spend a lot of time talking about the things we see in our experiences and stuff like that, but we have to always remember these people that we're dealing with are connected to the program. So a lot of the times they're not doing things with the right state of mind. You know, Gerard mentioned the frontal lobe and the cortex and all that stuff they talk about, science, you know, American man science and shit like that. The lobe isn't fully developed until 26. Well, the lobe ain't gonna be fully developed even at 26 because all you got is a whole bunch of artificial information. You're talking about your shit gonna be fully developed at 26 with a bunch of artificial. Hell no. We're setting ourselves up for failure by relying on the same entities. What we have to do is
save grandma. Save grandma.
The same grandma. We use it. Look,
take everything. Take everything Chris just said and what Adam's about to say, because Adam need to jump in on here.
My fault, Adam.
Add all that up with the fact that when I was young and I was reading these laws and realized that they didn't give two damns, and where I stopped is when Texas they put a toddler in a microwave oven and the toddler lived. A system that don't give two damns about a toddler in a microwave oven is not interested in saving your grandmama, your sniffles. It's not fighting no damn black plague. So you add all that up, and then the whole beginning of this nonsense, the beginning of the year, the government's going to help us save grandma. The government cares about us. The government wants us to stay home and wear masks so we can be safe. And it's
the hero
who's fighting. Trump is the problem. And this is where people they lose their mind. Like, oh, you like Trump. No, I understand Trump has only been in there for 4 years. Your criminals that have been there for 40 are the ones who haven't changed the damn thing. That's why I've been calling it cuckoo virus from the start. Go on, Adam.
Oh man. Go on. You just throw me in there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to jump in.
Yeah, no, with somebody addressing a mask, I mean, I'm going to try this the next time, if it ever happens. It doesn't really happen, but is yours broken?
Oh, that's what you were going to say?
Is yours broken?
I
get it. I get it now. Is yours broken? Is yours not working? Is yours not working? Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I get that. Yeah, I get that. That's a good one.
So take it back. So if you understand what he's saying, he's talking about the whole vaccination, right? Philosophy. That if I take a vaccination, I'm safe.
You safe for me. That ain't got one. Right.
So if my vaccination works, then I'm good to go. But if my vaccination doesn't work and I'm not secure in it because I trusted oligarchs and criminal corporations that create disease management and only profit from illness.
It's the science, damn it. No, Adam. Mine is not broken, Adam. It's the science, damn it. Haven't you watched CNN and MSNBC and the CDC? That's what they're going to say. You haven't seen the CDC.
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about that private corporation that's not regulated by any lawful?
Oh, it's regulated, all right, by their own private institutions. But they regulate their own institutions.
Y'all need to go back to school.
You're talking about funding. As far as regulation goes, no, they regulate themselves. Just like
we give them the money. Giving them the money to do it.
Yeah, no, the strong arm corporation of America, the government. No, they extract it from us, and then they funnel it through. Take some for themselves, pinch from
Adam, you should carry a mask with you. You should carry one in your pocket, so when they say that to you, nobody, for some reason outside, nobody says that to me. But if they say it to you, you can take one out your pocket. Here you go. Here's another one. Put two of them together, because if yours doesn't work, I carry spares. And this.
I got another one you can add to that.
I have a video. Of talking to a guy. It was a black guy. He had a heavy accent. I don't know where he was from, but he was double masked.
Oh shit! I've seen double masked. I've seen it.
We had a great conversation, and we talked for a good freaking half hour.
They still good people, though. These are still good people. You know what I mean? That's the
absolutely. And he was just explaining, how he already, is fearful of the discrimination just of his ethnicity or whatever, and his accent. But he works in the medical field. He agreed with damn near everything I was saying in regards to it being, you know, detrimental to our health and also psychologically just manipulating and all that good stuff. And he agreed pretty much, but
He was still double masked up.
his assimilation was more important to not essentially, you know, be recognized. He wanted to blend in.
Blending in. He blended in. I see. This is the only thing I like about the mask. Okay, I could blend the fuck in. Ain't nobody gonna look at me any different because I got the mask on now. It's like, all right, I'm black. Because, you know, without the mask, I'm black. And it's like, damn, I got the mask on. I'm looking raspy and everything. They looking at me like I'm crazy. And then when I throw the mask on, it's like, oh, I'm following orders. I'm blending in. Yeah, I'm part of the team now. It's so delusional, though. How are we today?
Slightly frustrated. How are you doing today?
Get the sip on. Good.
Surviving. It is 12 o'clock on the dot, noontime on the East Coast. I just thought I'd...
Boston. Hey, I can't see your name. What's your name, Miss Lady?
Tiana.
Jenna?
Tiana.
All right, Tiana. Hey, Tiana. Where you at, Tiana?
I'm in Washington State.
Oh shit! So we coast to coast, y'all. Washington to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So she's in the what is this? 9 a.m. Good morning, and we have to say good morning to you. You feel me?
Good morning. Yes.
Morning. You know what I mean? Coast to coast with it. But yeah, we were just talking about the mask situation. So I guess you hopped in right on there. So how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, just break down your thoughts and stuff.
This is one of the strangest, most fascinating, most dumbest, irritating times to be alive.
Okay.
I'm super excited. I get to experience it and laugh at it. Yeah.
You're just enjoying the show, huh?
It's free entertainment, honey. Free entertainment.
Making the best
free. I don't gotta turn on the TV. I can just go outside and walk around for a little bit.
It's an easy, cheap, free way to weed the dummies out of life. That's it.
That's crazy, though.
I don't need to know you. Bye.
Right. But no, this is what I want to ask. See, this is a good thing. I wanted to ask Gerard this, but as far as relationships go, how do you think people that, you know, are single are going about, you know, the relational thing when it comes to the mask? So it's like, if I have no mask on, do you think that's being interpreted as somebody that's not going to be, I don't want to say compliant, but it's somebody that's too insubordinate to the system.
Courteous is what they're gonna
Curtis,
refer
I don't know what the fuck. That's what they say, Curtis. And I heard that a lot, but it's like, it's weird because young people are submerged within this craziness, and a lot of them are not giving a fuck, really, in my opinion. You know, the young folks don't really care about this shit for real. They're ready for it to be over. But it's like the adults and the relationships are being based off of, you know, insubordinate activities, I guess you could say. You know,
funny you talk about the youth, because the youth out here are the exact opposite. They've embraced the mask like it's just the best thing since
shit.
sliced bread.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a whole new identity, a whole new fad. It's fun and exciting out here.
Washington is like a progressive state, though, right?
Washington is ass backwards. No.
Okay, no. Okay.
They're just stuck on a lot of stupid out here.
Oh shit. Okay. What part? Wait, what part are you in?
I'm 23 miles from Seattle.
Okay, so you're close to Seattle. All right, so you got a major network, I guess. It's much different out here in Philadelphia. They embrace it, but then it's like, you know, in the hood, they don't give a fuck. The young folks, they don't give a damn. The older folks are really more in tune with like, yo, following rules, you know, playing it safe. And then, of course, the people that have known people that have caught COVID or whatever really get traumatized.
What's interesting is the longer this goes on, the more people are obsessed with it. The more the stricter the rules are getting. You would think as time goes by, the pandemic, things would ease up. It's getting worse. I can't leave my house now without being harassed and yelled at and having masks given to me. And there were stores I used to be able to go into that I cannot even go on the property now.
Wow.
Because you will be arrested for trespassing and Yeah, you'll be flagged by mobs and yelled at, and it's.
Oh, I've seen signs on people's like houses, their doors. Wear a mask.
Oh my God! I was gonna do a live about that. I live in a 15-acre complex, apartment building complex. There are over 500 apartments in the complex I live in, and I've gone through and counted. Almost half of every door in this complex has a sign on the door saying, "Do not enter my house without a mask."
Oh my God! You saying ain't so? Say that you ain't so.
I'm so serious.
God! How can I'm gonna die? I'm dying. I can't live around this craziness.
It makes it hard to go outside.
How do you do it?
I
had a conversation with the supposed nurse in the supermarket because I had a sign strapped to my back that said masks are for sick people, surgeons, criminals, and slaves. Which one are you? And she read it and she walked by and she's like, I totally agree. And I'm like, all right. And she's wearing the muzzle and I'm like, So I'm like, why are you wearing the muzzle? And she's like, well, you know, to blend in. And I'm like,
I'm telling you, that is true. That is true right now. People are just trying to blend the fuck in. People don't want no flack right now because they know that they focus judging.
I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be out on the corner telling people that you need to know your fucking rights. I don't want to tell people to stop wearing the fucking muzzle. I definitely didn't expect that I need to start engaging directly with people with young children because they're muzzling them.
They're muzzling kids. Fucked up.
Brain dead.
Hang on, Adam. I disagree. I disagree. Right.
I was about to say you should be laughing out.
You need to change your damn sign. Hang on. No, you need to change your sign. You know why? You know why? Because they did a study where they actually took the surgeons and they did surgery without masks, and there were more site infections when they wore masks than without masks.
Okay.
And so
they're in a sterilized environment and they never touch the mask. And the mask goes into a biohazard bin when they're done. And they don't wear it for more than, I think it's 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, one operation at a time. Bam, done.
You missed what I'm saying. The study showed that the masks don't even work for surgeons.
Yeah.
Site infections went up with masks. They were down without masks, which doesn't indicate that not wearing a mask is a great idea.
They did so many studies. They're laughing at us right now in front of us. They're laughing at the people right now. That's what they're doing.
Right.
They're just laughing at us.
Going on than what anybody can admit. Right.
Yeah.
And this is where exosome theory comes in. If you are a surgeon and you've got skin and you've got pathogens and exosomes, then maybe that's what's doing more of the spreading than biological.
Indeed. So because stuff it marinates in the skin easy. You know what I mean? Get a little bit of saliva on you, it can marinate in that skin. You know what I'm saying? So you already know we set up like dummies right now, man.
We have trouble saying we don't know. That's the problem. The problem with having an authority is the authority has to always be correct. And the fact is, we know nothing about this world. We are ignorant of what we are. We don't even know what water is. We don't know what this manifestation, placebo, nocebo. There's too much we don't know. Virus is a theory. Exosome is a theory. But anytime you put somebody in power, they have to proceed as though they know things on a planet where we know almost nothing.
But there's one thing I know definitively without question is that I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
That's it. Right. You're a sovereign.
You know something else though? I think this is just also being used as a tool for confusion and distraction. Because every time they got something of this magnitude happening, it's a distraction from so many other things that are going on. And I'm the whole when the virus first started, I was on top of that shit. I'm like, oh, this is a distraction. Bam. I was looking into it and I realized it was really a worldwide distraction for a reason because they had implications worldwide. And when they focus our energy on specific events. because they don't want us to give any time and dedication to other events that are happening worldwide. So, it's like when the coronavirus,
the okie doke.
Yeah, it's the okie doke. It's the 52 fake out. That's exactly what it is. It's the 52 fake out. And look, the coronavirus financing, when the COVID financing, the CARES Act dropped, they made it look like they were giving people free money based on the virus. But it is shown that a whole year prior, they were already thought about giving people free money as a means of that whole universal basic income bullshit that progressives was always hooping and hollering about and shit like that. They were talking about giving people free money that were like unemployed, out of work and shit like that. You know what I mean? Transitioning to work. They were talking about giving people like a little basic income for anything. But when the virus dropped, guess what? They had a better reason to give it to people as a way of saying, look, we're not just giving y'all this because it's the tax money that we have an excess amount of what X dollars and this and that, and we're going to just do this for y'all, whatever the case is. They had a reason to say, look, we can give y'all funding based on the unemployment due to COVID now. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with our prior, because look, think about this. I'm going to tell you like this. If Donald Trump was the president and the Congress and Senate or whatever passed a bill that said they was giving people free money without a fucking coronavirus, think about how monumental that would have been. Think about it, but people can't register that because it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy right now, but it's in the government.gov site. You can go on .gov and look at the CARES Act. And when
has anybody stopped and considered why are we the only country that got it only one time and the bare minimum at that? Not to sound like a greedy dumbass, free money, yay, Corona gave me free money. But every other freaking country gets it on a monthly basis, double what we got.
Well, that's because we're an oligarchy. It's an oligarchy.
And we're naive.
The narrative,
we're stupid.
Right? You don't have to do the okie doke twice if it already worked, right?
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
What I was going to say to your point was that because it didn't fit the narrative of Donald Trump's side, the controlled opposition side. And so you had to create, it's like T-ball. They set you up, they set it up, they put the ball on top of the stand years ahead of time. You get people talking about universal basic income, get the mummerings going. What was that? The Olympics, when they did the little virus thing at the midterm show or whatever and all that crazy stuff, and they get it in your mind, and then it's time to
plant the seed.
They plant the seed, they get the okie doke, they bat it up, shoot, and the next thing you know, we all got face diapers and we're locked on lockdown. We don't have a global economy. They get their currency reset. That was the other thing about the UBI, though. See, this was about destroying currencies. When this first happened, Chris, the first thing I did is I stepped back and I was like, yeah, something else is going on, right? And so I went over to, there was a guy, I did a video that day. I went over to a guy's channel. He's on YouTube. James Corbett gave him a great shout out. His name is Best Evidence. If you go back and look at his videos when this happened, you'll see the Federal Reserve, like the printing money went through the roof, and the transference of balances. They have two balances. They have one for, the United States Incorporated, and got one for the private billionaires. And they were transferring money well before this started. Something was already up, and they knew. And so between that and the cuckoo virus, I was just like, nope, this is cuckoo virus, because they want everybody to look this way because they're about to destroy the dollar. And that's the benefit of universal basic income. And then the shutdown, which was, that is how you destroyed the world's currency, right? The dollar lost 98% of its value since 1933. They needed to destroy the currency. The financial analysts have been saying this for the past 15 years, and this was finally their chance. I don't know if this was released. Who knows? But the bottom line is it's disaster capitalism. And so when the first stimulus bill came out, this is why when they put in the digital dollar, they put in the digital dollar. Because people were like, well, wait a minute, what the hell's a digital dollar got to do with the Black Plague is coming to kill everybody? And you're putting in current legislation for the digital dollar because they set that one up too. It's just T-ball.
Yeah, that shit's already set up. That shit's already set up, written in stone. They just had to make sure that they can it's like this. Transferring everybody over to the digital dollar costs way too much money right now. You know what I mean? For them, they don't want to do it right now because it's going to cost way too much money with the lower class, the middle class, and then the middle upper class and all that. So you have to get everybody adapted to the same type of technological or the cloud. You know how the cloud, the same cloud. Everybody has to be on the same cloud, damn near. But the coronavirus thing also has something to do with gentrification. I realized that worldwide, money was being transferred to much. You know how in America they say the top 10th of 1% or some shit own all the money or whatever the case is. Yeah, but so worldwide, we have to realize that with the transferring of digital currency, digital dollars or currencies around the world, property is also increasing in value, whatever the case is. Because when you take away, I guess, I don't want to say tangible with the paper dollar bills, tangibles and shit like that, into intangible government dollars is like just numbers and just fake money, whatever the case is. You need to possess something of value that is ultimately going to give you control over everything. You know what I mean? And what other thing of value other than the resources that they already own so damn much of, you know what I mean? Other than land, you know, they own the resources, they own the people, they need more of the land. So this was a massive gentrification tactic as well, not only in America, but around the world. You got anybody and everybody that has money going to every country that they can get their hands on and building shit, building up, building this and building that. Because not only do they want to own the rights, I guess, you know, they got to own, control everything. So not only do they control the direction of how people get their money, they control the direction of how people, you know, live. You know what I mean? Basically, in essence. So your traveling is going to be dictated by these same people. You know what I mean? These same monsters. And it's like, we're setting ourselves up for the okie doke based on our fear of the coronavirus. So they're saying that, oh, the COVID pass for traveling and all this other stuff they want to do is related more or less to health. So these countries are not going to let you in because they don't want your unhealthy ass here. But for real, I think it's basically because they want to dictate who they choose to allow into their newly transformed country of prominence and dominance and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because we're only 10 to 15 years away from the massive transition to ultimately all technology. You know what I mean? Technology, everything, because that's ultimately what we have now, but they can't just give it to the people and roll it out right at this current moment. You know what I mean? They have to control more infrastructural entities around the world, I think.
So can I ask you a question really quick?
Mm-hmm.
How long are we going to participate in the madness? How long are we going to allow this to go on? This is some bullshit. I'm serious.
It is.
This has been almost a year of madness.
I'll answer the
A
question.
You know, a month into this shit is how long you all been doing this shit? What the fuck's wrong with you?
We're in the long. This is the duration. We have to realize something. We're going up the mountain right now because we haven't even reached the peak of all the illusions when it comes to the virus, but just when it comes to all this transitional shit anyway, we haven't even reached the peak. We haven't reached the coming down point. So a lot of people think we're on the coming down point after Trump's out of office. They're like, oh, we're coming down because Biden's in and this and that. Oh my God. No, we're only at the peak because they didn't even give you everything that they're ready to give you. You know what I mean? For the program and for the delusions. They haven't given us everything. So 2021, we're going to see a lot more of that traumatizing psychological shit that is trying to drive us crazy, I guess you could say.
So what you're saying is we're supposed to allow this to continue till 2021? We're just supposed to be okay with this?
What I'm saying is we're going to actively work, but we are only a small amount of people. We have to convince more people to actually feel the need to do something, because I feel that we feel the need to do something.
The problem with that is people are stupid. People usually don't do things until they see other people doing things.
I got you.
So until people see other people doing shit, nobody's gonna do shit.
So you have to go and take off all of them damn signs in the neighborhood and so get it, but you can't do that because guess what? You're gonna be looked at. Not only they look at you crazy already in your neighborhood based on the fact you said you don't wear the mask, and that's a loss. No. But how do you now? You gotta actually how do you?
It's not law though. Not anywhere. It's not law. A mandate is not law. It's not law, not anywhere. A mandate is not law.
No, I'm not saying that. See, this is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is in order for us to do something effective, we have to get those other people on our side as well, because they're our allies. The people that wear masks, they are our allies, but we're looking at them as they're the enemies. They're not the enemies. We can't look at them as their enemies. They're our allies in this fight. They are soldiers just like us. But what we have to do is engage. They are the
people that are waiting for the real people to stand up and do something.
But we're sheep too.
Where the black
No, I'm
sheep
not like a
are.
sheep's ass. I'm not a whole sheep. No.
I mean, we're all sheep in this. We're all sheep. We're spending American dollars. We're sheep too. You know what I mean? We're paying taxes. We're sheep too. Like, we gotta look at it. We're no different than those people. We just see things with a different way of discerning. So like the mass shit, we already found out that we don't trust these government entities. So we're going to question all of the narratives. You know what I mean? We're going to question everything. But the thing is, when it comes to
questioning without action means consent and allowing it to continue.
I'm getting down to that. When it comes to our social standing, we're not going to be able to get much effectively done systematically unless we also are allied with those people who we claim to be sheep in their way that they follow the orders or the guidelines of the people. So it's like this: your neighbors in your community, you're going to have to figure out who you can get activated and do things in your community that is counteractive to the things that are happening in the government. The mass shit, we can't do nothing about the mass shit. That's irrelevant for real, because it has nothing to do with our ability to be activated together. You know, we're just using this as a reason to say, oh, I hate them. They're dummies. They, you know, that Donald Trump thing. They support Donald Trump. They're dummies. So I'm going to just stay away from them. And what we're doing is eliminating our ability to gain our power. Like, we have to, our activity starts with engaging with those people that we claim to hate and despise and just be sick of for the fact that they're programmed to follow after the guidelines. We're not going to be able to change things unless we're working with them. So I have to do the same thing in my community. You have to get engaged with those people in your community and figure out where y'all start from together. Or you can say, fuck them, and get engaged with your own little clique that is looking at those people as if they're sheep, that is speaking to those people as if they're sheep. And you're going to ultimately turn those people off from wanting to get connected to the things that you're doing. And I have to do that as well, because I turned off a lot of people from wanting to get connected to a lot of activities that I do when it comes to the missions that I carry out in the community and stuff. But I have realized that I can't turn off the people that I'm in this fight with. You know, I can say a lot of talk shit about governments and fuck that, speak truth, but also realize that we still need those individuals on our team as well. So it's like, fuck them, but it's not fuck them. You know what I mean? Fuck them for wearing the mask. They look like clowns, but no, this is my teammate. We soldiers in the same fight against the system of operations. You know what I mean? Because at one time I was the same person. I was programmed too. Somebody had to get,
it's not so much about the people wearing the mask. It's more about the people enforcing the mask.
Okay.
The people wearing the mask are just sheeple. They're going to do whatever they're told.
So now, what are you going to do about the people? Now, what are you going to do to the people that are enforcing the mask? Like, what can we do?
Well, the people that are enforcing it are the people that are profiting from it. Meaning the big companies, the people that are being paid.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand.
Are the people enforcing it. So you don't participate. If you're going to enforce, I have to wear a mask, then you don't get my service. You don't get my money. You don't get.
What does it look like not to participate? Because this is where it gets confusing at. You know, when you say don't participate, I feel the same. I feel the same way you do. But then for me, it looks different not participating than it looks like other people. Because me, I say fuck it. I ain't contributing to none of that shit. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like not participating for me is like that. You know what I mean? But what does it look like for you?
Aside from the supermarket, which isn't going to deny me of obtaining some substances, good luck with that one. But yeah, no.
They do here.
Huh?
Okay.
They do here.
They denied you access, you said?
Many of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You said you already in a tight city where they all wear masks and following the rules.
They put their hands on you?
Oh, they probably didn't put their hands on her.
I said by force or by threat?
Oh yeah, I've been escorted out of stores. Yeah.
Oh, you've been escorted. Oh, so they escorted. They hit you with that joint.
You gotta go.
They gonna have to drag my ass out.
No, they only told me to put my mask on.
If I didn't have my children with me, they would have had to drag my ass.
You had the kids with you too?
Yeah.
Fucking
I tell my son, look, my son in the store.
Now they're starting to say my children have to wear them too.
Oh, that's bullshit. I tell my son, take the mask off. I'd be like, son, take the mask off. Take the mask off. You got to make them tell you to. And he'd be like, no, Dad, we have to wear the mask. I'm like, damn, they got you programmed too. They got these kids. Listen, they got these kids hooked up to the same shit. I'm trying to tell you, this stuff crazy, man. Kids wearing masks. Like,
in a heartbeat. They'll tell you how stupid you look.
But no, you know what? This is very, very. This is what did I want to say? This is I forget the word I'm looking for. It's very, very It's touchy. It's a very, very touchy issue because, in light of all the division that was caused from the political hostility of the last 4 years, with Donald Trump transitioning out, I guess they need people to be divided about something else. You know what I mean? Because Donald Trump can't be the same tool of division anymore for the next 4 years if he's not in office. You understand what I'm saying? So they need to have people hooked up and connected to some type of rhetoric that is going to keep them divided now that he's potentially going out. And I believe this is going to be all it's about. The next, because think about it, Joe Biden is president. That's going to be that's not entertaining for nobody when it comes to mainstream media news, you know, and reports. Like nobody's feeding it. You know, no, I'm talking about the liberals and shit like that. The conservatives. So
you're telling me watching a senile old man is not entertainment?
Fuck no. Donald Trump is entertainment. If you see Donald Trump shit and then you watch Joe Biden shit, I'm falling asleep. I'm watching Joe Biden. I'm like, oh my God, I'm falling asleep. This guy. Oh. I watch Trump. I'm like, oh shit, we gotta wait for everything he say. He might say some foolish dumb shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You might be different. You know, everybody likes different entertainment though. You know what I mean? Some people might be entertained by Joe, but he's sleepy. He put me to sleep.
Yeah.
My entertainment definitely would be the Avatar: The Last Airbender. If y'all don't know,
oh my God, this fucking guy, you love that show. You fucking love that show.
Well, can I let you know what not participating?
Okay. Yeah. That's why I wanted you to tell me, Tiana, what it looked like for you, because it looks like something different for everybody.
Like I do. I'll make a sign and I'll stand out in front of your store and make you look stupid all day. Okay. I have nothing else to do. I will write 1,000 numbers to your president of your company. I have nothing else to do. Okay. I will let everybody I know from every corner of every state that I know what a shit store you are, and I'll have them send letters. I will call my governor and complain about how you're not doing fair business. I will call Better Business Bureau. There are many things that can be done to shut it down. So you a hound.
You like a greyhound. You gonna hound the shit out of them.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
I'll be a nag. I'll nag the fuck out of you. I'll harass.
We need more. We need a million more. I'm telling you, that's real. Because guess what? Yeah. That is effective. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was a Texas, and something happened. A Texas restaurant denied the waiter a $2,000 tip. Okay, some guy came in. It was a busy day. They gave the waiter a $2,000 tip, and she had to report it to her boss to get the money or whatever the case is. Blah blah blah. They denied her. Guess what the fuck happened? Thousands and thousands of people showed up, giving the boss hell, bad reviews, all types of shit, like all this energy that's coming towards this boss in a way that they were hounding him so much so that he had to give in. All that pressure that they applied, guess what?
You embarrass him into it. You shame them.
Shorty the $2,000 tip. That's the same type of pressure we got to apply. You know what I mean? So the way
you have to shame and embarrass them into doing what they know is right. And if they're not going to do it, then you're going to look like an asshole the whole time. So you make it.
You got to force them into it. You know what I mean? And it takes a massive amount of people. That's why it's like we need more people like you in a massive scale. You know, because we need people.
But see, we've got people sitting at home not working right now. We've got people sitting at home laid off and unemployed. So that should be everybody's all-day job.
No, they're connected to the program. They're connected to the program, so that can't be their everyday job.
No, but there's a lot of people on Facebook, just on Facebook. You can spend all day on Facebook. You can't spend all day.
I see people on social media all day. I don't know how they do it. How the fuck do they do that? You know how they do that? I'm still trying to figure out how grown ass adults go scrolling so much. I see my friends do it, right? And I'm sitting there in a sneaky piece. I'm like, how the hell do you keep going and not have to get it? I'm at the 3. I'll be like this. On Facebook, I'm like 1 scroll maybe on Facebook because it's so foolish. On Instagram, I'm like 1 scroll, 2 scroll, I'm done. It be people going down and down.
It's an addiction.
That's what it is. It is. I read this 3 years. I read that it was called dopamine. It's a dopamine thing in our brain that people get hooked to and attached to, and they can't get off of that shit. And I said, oh, this is real. Because I felt myself getting attached like a couple of years ago. I had to deprogram out of that.
So we can do this all day. Why can't we be writing letters and making phone calls and doing some shit that might work?
We can potentially do that. That's what we should be doing.
I mean, that's my whole point, not participating. There are ways to not participate that are effective.
Yeah, there are.
I'm willing to do it. Yeah, I mean, I had the same experience as far as with the job. Okay. You know, they fired me over some bullshit. And because of where I worked and the relationships I had with the customers of the business that we were in.
Harassing customers?
What's that?
You harassing the customers, Adam? You can't harass the customers at work, man.
Hey,
I'm messing around.
These people, even the business, the company that rented the catering company to cook food and lunch and stuff, the company told my company that if they didn't hire me back, that they were going to terminate their contract.
Right, because you were such a good worker.
Yeah.
Right.
And given the circumstances, my son was 2 months old at the time, and they're firing me because the place was a mess, and I spoke up against it. Literally, the place was a disaster.
What'd you say you did? You spoke up against it. Oh hell no! You didn't dare. You didn't dare do that.
You don't even have to speak. You can just write. That's
exactly what you gotta do. You got to stand in the middle of the street looking like a crazy person. I already know it. That's what you gotta do. Tiana, the real shit.
All over Washington, I carry them every day. And do you know how many conversations I start? You know how many times that has worked for me?
Oh, I'm telling you, it works. I'm a witness. I've done it myself, and it works very well. You get connected to some real people too. You know what I mean? Because people out there, they read the sign and it's like, yo, I feel the same way. Let's talk. We bust it, we kick it, we get connected.
And they come down, they dip down their mask, and hey, what's that about? And hey, it works. And it works so much, they'll even take the mask off to talk about it.
They will.
So, like I'm saying, they have to see it first. If they're not seeing it, they're not participating.
If we ain't in the store,
give them a reason to participate.
If we ain't in the store, I ain't wearing the mask. You feel me? And people hate it, but then when they get up and start talking, and I start talking some sensible shit, they're like, all right, I'm gonna take my mask off because I'm just looking like a crazy person to this guy. This guy ain't a fool. They realize that I ain't such a fool when I start talking and communicating. You know what I mean? But at first they take you like, this guy's a fucking clown. Like, why doesn't he have his mask on? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Is he out of? And then I start getting, I see you looking, but do you know? I know. I can read. You know what I mean? I can read and just it's just bad out here. But
I'll put a piece of paper on the back of my shirt or jacket or something when I go into the supermarket.
Okay.
You know, something in reference to the mask. And stuff.
Do something. Listen, I'm telling you, that shit is necessary because you know what? It's an ad. It's an advertisement. We have to be human fucking advertisements out here. These people are connected to a pro. Go ahead.
And even if people aren't willing to discuss it, they are going to read it and they are going to go home and think about it.
Listen, and it is going to spark something. Right. They're not going to say nothing to you, but guess what? They're going to say something to their husband. They're going to say something to their girlfriend. You know what I mean? They're going to say some shit. Listen, this is art. This is what I was saying that's why I slay so much on Facebook and I just say anything I want to say because this is our advertisement on Facebook. So people are going along with the program on Facebook and being all nice and just posting their lives and shit. Oh, I'm having this happy life and going here and there. It's like, all right, that's cool. But no, this is our ability to speak the fuck out on this platform. Just like in public. In public, we have to speak out too. Because then people will respond.
On Facebook, you can be blocked or scroll past. When I'm walking around with the sign,
that's true.
You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
You're gonna get the people you need to get. That's what I'm saying. Like when you're outside and you're holding a sign, a bunch of people are gonna walk by you and they're gonna say, "Yo, you're crazy. Look at this fucking crazy person." La. But then the person is gonna come up to you that you need to come up to you, and y'all gonna have a great conversation, and y'all might have a friendship that builds off of there. You feel me?
And then even those people that said, "Look at that dumbass," is still looking at it and thinking about it.
They're gonna spend time later on. I'm telling you. They're going to spend time later on and tell their wife. And then their wife's going to say, you know what? Well, that might not be so dumb because I've read this. I'm telling you, this is how people engage. We have to be the advertisements of alternative rhetoric, alternative narratives in every way that we can, because the program is shooting at 24/7. The program spends trillions of dollars to speak their narrative. We don't have to spend shit to speak our narrative. All we have to do is like Tiana did, write a little sign, like Adam does, write a little sign and go stand out there on the street. Like our brother here is doing. And I feel a lot less
stupid holding a sign than I would wearing a fucking mask.
Like our brother here is doing. In the lockdown, hold a sign. People are going to engage. This is art.
You know, when you end the lockdown, you don't participate. That ends the lockdown. You go the fuck outside. Fuck your lockdown.
I mean, if you wasn't going to listen, if you wasn't going outside during the lockdown, oh my God, people were staying inside. Can you believe it?
That's why the second wave is coming and knocking.
People were staying
People
inside
are
though.
muzzled up and they're staying inside. The two most important
Easy.
things to even begin to be a healthy person is
Mhm.
sunlight and oxygen.
Mhm.
Da,
Mhm.
da, da, da.
And
Vitamin D.
human
Vitamin
interaction.
D. And human
connection.
engagement, right? Human engagement, right? Yeah, exactly.
It's a big one.
But even
Yeah.
more important than human engagement, which it is an additive to a healthy being.
Okay.
The essential, even without human contact, is oxygen and sunlight.
Yeah, yeah.
Vitamin D and whatever else comes with oxygen.
Common sense.
No,
Yeah, but it ain't common sense in America, Tiana. We're in America. It ain't no common sense.
Break
The
it down.
common sense is the shit you don't want. Common sense that put a mask on. I don't want that shit.
No, common sense says don't put a mask on.
That's what I'm
Common
saying.
sense says think for yourself.
It changes. It changes when it comes to whoever you're talking to. It's getting real out here. What the fuck is common sense anymore?
Yeah, today's
crazy.
common sense is
Or
we're
else
the
what?
muzzle.
In the lockdown, look, he changed the upgraded it. Wait, I don't know
Or
who is
else
this.
what?
Who's that? Do I have his name? Hey bro, what's up,
That's
man?
Thor.
Come on. It's who? Thor? What's up now? I can't see it. Is that Will?
Hello, I can't see your name.
Yeah, you gotta do
1
so
2
we can
1
know.
2 1 2.
He said in the lockdown. I like it. In the fucking lockdown. Worldwide. I can hear you something a
End
little
the
bit.
stupid, because there's no need for a lockdown. There's no pandemic. So end the stupid, end the ignorance, end the
People
willful
love
ignorance.
stupid. Stupid pays. Being stupid gets you paid, Tiana. You already know that. If you a stupid American, guess what? You gonna get paid. Lots of money too. And you'll be happy. Stupid happy. We got millions of Americans stupid and happy.
You know
I
what?
ain't
That's why
hating,
I'm
though. I ain't
grateful
gonna
they
hate.
can
I'm
get a
not
monthly. Think about how much worse it would be if they got paid monthly to do this shit. To
They
lock
will.
down every month. Monthly
will.
stipend, everybody stay the fuck home.
They will.
I'm glad we
It's
didn't
coming.
get it every month. Shit would be
They
so
will.
much worse.
This year was a trade-off. This was the test. This year was the test. They might run it again next year. It ran so good.
Oh no, they are. It's progression. They can't just
Hit the streets. Thank you.
Just over,
Yeah.
just completely overpower us. They got to
Yeah.
slowly
Get us. Yeah.
continue and enhance the
Well, let's introduce the brother that came in. Hey, introduce yourself, bro.
Say hello.
Now you got the mic.
Hello. It's me, Mr. Nobody, and some babies, obviously. Anyway,
Got the babies in the background. Say to the babies.
Sorry.
it's not my background, somebody else's background, but yeah.
It was mine. Sorry.
I just wanted to say, hit the street, protest.
Yes.
And hit the streets and protest before we're all locked down in the fucking prison and they're killing us. Come on, let's go.
I think there's got to be a lot more than just protest, though, because they can shut a protest down.
I'm Thor, by the way.
There's got to be a daily.
Where you at, Thor? Where you at? Where Thor at?
Another country.
I know, but where?
I'm at a secret location.
Oh, you can't tell because it's night. Well,
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Good evening. It's nighttime over there, right?
It is.
Yes.
We at morning, noon, and night. You see that? We're traveling time right now, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we time travelers.
So let's come up with some real solutions so everybody in every time zone can do something.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
both came up with the same one. Hit the streets. People need to hit the streets. That's one of the easiest things you can do. Hit the streets and advertise.
One solution.
Not just advertise, boycott.
And when it comes to the business owner, everybody open up your business. Everybody support the open businesses, flood the streets, flood the businesses, go back to normal right now. They can't fucking stop. They don't have enough people to do it.
Right.
So just go ahead.
Stop participating.
It's not like yes, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech. It's been taken away. Okay, take it back. It's now or never. You see this? You see this symbol right here? Do you recognize this symbol?
The sniper.
Yes.
That's Public Enemy, dude. You should recognize that.
We're Public Enemy number one.
Public
Always
Enemy.
was.
Fight the power. Fight the power. Come on. Don't believe the hype. Let's go.
You hear
right.
him?
They can't kill us all.
Every day.
Shit.
This is the energy we need right there. Every day. That same type of energy.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm in the middle of
Me
a
too.
fight as far as I'm concerned.
Let's go.
I'm waiting for the soldiers to step
This
up.
is war.
So come
Exactly.
on.
This is war.
You got the energy that I live with. We got to go. We got to turn up. You feel me? This is real stuff.
He's
we have
right,
to turn
though.
up. We have to.
Most
It's like
people
this
don't
too. This is how I feel you, because people go about it in such a passive manner as if they want to be all kumbaya, like, oh, I'm connecting to nature and we have to do it nice and pleasant. No, connection to nature is doing it not violently, but protecting your people in a nature where you're defending yourself, even if it's physical means. The same way that you're under attack, you respond in the not no say, oh, we're like religions do this. They say, oh, turn the other cheek, or be heavenly and things like that. No, when you are under attack, you were built to stand up and fight. We are a weapon. We were made to be a weapon. That's what we're connecting to nature. We understand how our body is to be used as a tool of love, but also in the time of fight or war times as a weapon. We're in war times right now.
I think that's a lot of the problem. People don't realize this is war. People are not realizing we are under attack. People don't see that. People are seeing, oh my God, this is a pandemic.
Warfare.
We're scared for our lives because of pandemic. People are not seeing war.
You two, you are located in the United States, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's a place that needs a lot of protests right now.
Ground zero. Yeah, this is ground zero right now. Yeah, this is ground zero right now. Yeah.
I'm in Europe. We are protesting everywhere.
Every day.
And getting beaten up by the police and everything. But at least we're doing it.
The problem is people think they're well armed here and they have no need to protest.
Right.
But
people don't think it's going to come to the door because they're armed.
Just let me say this. Everybody's watching the United States. They're waiting for you.
I was thinking that same thing. They're waiting for us to step up around the world, man. You ain't Thor, talk that shit. And we don't know. You know what, Thor? We don't know because they blocked us out. They blocked the programming out from the media, the television, the social media. They blocked everything out. We don't even see nothing. American, I'm paying attention to this shit, right? And I'm connected to a couple people around the world who are video things on the ground, independent recoveries. You know what I mean? And the people that I know, they're not connected to anything outside of the mainstream. They want to have a whiff of what's going on around the world. And this is what's scary because they look at me as like I'm out of my mind for telling them of the need for them to actually do something different and maybe pay attention in another way. I look like I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. They don't think anything's going on with the American government. And I'm talking about black people. You know what I mean? I don't got black family. They're following along. They're submitting this like, yo, these is the same motherfuckers that's been lying to us for centuries and centuries. And now what is going on, brother? You were right. We have to fight. We have to stand up and we have to do normal. You're right, though. I believe you 100%. We have to get out there in the streets. I don't know.
People are too comfortable in this country. Too comfortable.
Yeah.
People got comfortable thinking they're too armed and there's nothing anybody can do because they're armed.
I would, when it comes to turning the other cheek, I would like to reference when Jesus kicked the moneylenders out of the temple. That's what we need to do. Kick the moneylenders out of politics. Yeah.
The whole damn system is the moneylenders today. That's what's crazy.
Well, hang on. So we shouldn't adopt the new digital currency of the Monday lenders that Jesus hated. We shouldn't adopt that currency.
No.
Break it all down.
Jesus won't like
it. Blame the aliens afterwards. Okay, sorry.
Jesus won't like the new digital dollar.
We gonna get this.
Oh, how does Jesus feel about Bitcoin? I just got questions. Anybody want to answer?
I hope so.
I think Jesus would be
I didn't get the
condemning
question.
all of our stupid asses, if you ask me.
Chris
He would
Randall,
be ashamed. Talking about I don't make stupid. You far from me.
I asked about Jesus and Chris disappeared. What happens when maybe he's got a little demon in him?
I don't think he likes to discuss fictional characters. That's just me.
Well, the problem is everyone has a little demon in them. So we need to do like a collective exorcism. And that's kind of what this is about right here. You know? The
it's
big
about people
demon
growing
has
balls and doing something. We've been castrated too damn long. We're some nuts.
Hey, Tiana, you asked a question. I want to answer that question. So, how long do we comply? That evil, dirty word. I'll give you my perspective.
Please.
I'm gonna comply until people agree with my freedom. I'm gonna be the antithesis. I'm gonna be the antithesis to this conversation. I'm gonna comply until y'all agree that I'm free from your government. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna
That's
go
not ever gonna happen.
I'm gonna go along with this until people decide that Gerard can decide what goes in his veins, if he wants to grow cannabis, if he wants to smoke tweeds, if he wants to do crackabis, and if he even wants to eat okra. You know, maybe I should go along with this until people realize at the root power-based systems can exist. That we can defy the shutdown all we want. We can defy face diapers all we want, and it won't change a damn thing in Gerard's life because he's still treated like a slave. So maybe I'm gonna take the antithesis role. When we got enough people that finally agree with human sovereignty and ignore the current happenings, like the current happenings, I don't even care about. I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking about what Chris said a minute ago, and that is the current happenings are insignificant. They're going to happen again, or they're going to happen a different way. I mean, all we are is we're in a Great Depression, right? All we are is we're Bretton Woods Part 2 after World War, was that 1 or 2? You know, all we are, we're just at this new shift where they're creating more of a slave plantation, doing the okey doke, putting something in our face while they do something else until we agree with more of an anarchical approach that you are a human being. Paul Brady is a human damn being. He can do what he wants to do as long as he ain't hurting anybody else. Tiana is a peaceful, sovereign human being. Nobody has any right to lay hands on her or abuse her on her own land property thing that she's leasing. Adam is free to do whatever he wants. So maybe, because to me, I'm doing the antithesis side. What if we end the lockdowns and we end the face diapers? Have we actually made any progress?
Okay, my point is, when I say not participation, I don't mean just not participating in the fake pandemic with the mask and the not mask. That's irrelevant in my opinion as well. When I say don't participate, I mean in the system as a whole. You stop participating because it's the system as a whole that's trying to kill you. You stop participating in your own genocide. You stop participating in the genocide of the whole fucking globe, and you shut it down and you start to fuck over. That's what I mean when I say don't participate.
Yes.
You don't participate. Yes. You stop it.
Because what is the point of fighting face diapers and voting in the next election?
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That is where I need to be. And so for me, it is and I'm not saying that's my total position. I'm not for face diapers and lockdowns and all that bullshit. It's just, are we really thinking about making a paradigm shift into the new world? Or are we just, they're just doing the okie doke, right? They do the right jab, we respond. They do the left jab, we respond. They do an uppercut, we're responding, but we're still in the fight. Maybe we need to walk.
We're putting band-aids on open wounds. Exactly. You can't put a band-aid on an open wound. You have to close the wound.
Absolutely.
So until we can figure out how to close the wound that is our government, we're fucked. We've got to figure out a way to stop.
Yeah, because there's something else.
Stop participating. Stop voting. Stop the stupid. Period.
Because there's something else that's going on, and they want us focused on this for a reason. And I don't think they even care about the face diaper thing. They may not even care about forced vaccines. They may not care about it.
It's a means to an end. That's it.
Right. It might just be something to get us to look that way. They were always going to concede it and think we got our own little win while they create a new war somewhere else, or create a new mass incarceration, or build more prisons, or Something crazy that they go to the moon, get some archaeology from the aliens that left it up there. Yeah, that one was
It's
for
a
Paul.
magic trick. That's all it is.
I'm gonna make a claim now, so I hope you don't get taken down. But this is a simulation. This is a what if scenario that all these people have agreed to play along with. It's not a real pandemic. It's a what if pandemic, and it's of course, like you say, just a psychological test to see how compliant the masses are. You know, mass democracy is very scary for the elite. So
Real democracy, right? Direct democracy, RIC, is very scary if people, you know, embrace the idea of human sovereignty and you get to decide and not elect a new master to represent you and vote for you. Absolutely. I think everything's a simulation.
Exactly.
You know me. I think we're on simulation creation planet. I think everything on TV is a simulation. I think to a degree we're all simulations. I completely
It's only
agree.
as real as you allow it to be.
I think you know, to me personally, I think the biggest detriment now and especially here in America is the medical industry, the medical mafia. They have a very strong hold on the neurological aspects and are able to alter and manipulate and fuck us all up.
I think that's another issue that's very much under discussed as well. The medical tyranny and the medical genocide that's been going on
which is hard. It's hard to really get into the medical aspect to it all because it has some great things to it. It has some very awesome life-saving technology and information and abilities. It's just unfortunately they're being, you know, shadowed by very, very evil intents.
So, solutions, anybody? No? We're just gonna all keep participating?
I do what I can to inform others the best of my abilities. I get better at
I think we're beyond informing right now, though. People, they're either informed or they're not. They're either going to pay attention now or they're not.
We're never going to be beyond informed, because if we're not informed to have discernment, we're not going to have discernment.
I have a solution. We can organize protests locally, and we can start right now. Where are you?
I'm not out for a group
protest every day.
See, my only group protest at this point is an organized militia.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. If we can actually agree on what the solution is, that's why they have us. They don't have any problem agreeing on what this is. It's a lockdown. Yeah, so we have to start agreeing on what to do about it. And I say hit the streets and start protesting and locally organize where you are, militia or not, just protest, you know, go out there. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, you should probably go follow, if you want an idea on the people in Massachusetts specifically, you should go check out Michael Picard. He does he trolls protests to show the bigotry and ignorance of the people protesting.
Is he related to Jean-Luc Picard?
I have no idea.
You know, the captain of the USS Enterprise, and also the one who boldly goes where no man has gone.
Has anyone considered actually taking your protest to where it would be effective? Like, instead of just in the middle of a random ass street? Why? It's a question. Why are we not choosing to take the protest where it's most effective? Like, to the governor that's enforcing these laws house, or
to
to
the
City Hall where it's being
companies that
discussed.
are trying to impose it upon the employees. And
Oh, I do that every day.
well,
every day. I make
all right.
it a
So
point.
Gerard, Gerard doesn't like, how I play it out. He thinks I should submit to the muzzle to keep my employer. Yeah. So essentially, after 10 months of employment, I worked throughout the entire fucking hoax. And I was one of 36 people out of 100 plus people whom worked throughout the entire thing. After 10 months, they told me to pretend to wear the muzzle mask, or I can't work. And I haven't returned yet, essentially, but they haven't technically fired me. I'm pretty much on standby, if you will. Since then, I've obtained one actual employer on the books, if you will, taxed and all that bullshit. And yeah, no, they respect my rights to that. And
have you reported them?
What's that?
Have you reported them?
The employer that won't let me work? Yeah, I have. I'm trying to work with state government to file discrimination.
Does anybody know if the Better Business Bureau has issues with the mask or not? Like, is that a viable outlet to complain to?
It could be. I haven't thought about that. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Well, that's who you call when a business is not doing what they should be doing. To report a business for.
Okay, maybe that's what I've been in contact with. I'm not sure. I'm not good with specific titles.
Well, I'm just curious to know if an employee called and says, "Look, I'm being fired because they're mandating masks." I'm just curious to see if they would enforce that as well, or if they would not allow that to happen. I haven't heard anything on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because in my opinion, that would be who would go protest that. If they're not enforcing that, then there would be an ally, no?
Yeah, but everybody's too afraid to stand up. Like I tried to rally the crew because I get along for the most part with most people, and I tried to rally them together because they don't agree, and they're only half-assing, they're only doing it to keep their job, which I understand that part of it, but the fact is that you don't have to. You don't have to give up your rights because somebody's making threats. We run this place together as employees. We run this fucking place, and the customers keep us in business. So yeah, no, we can, if we union, not even governmentally unionize, but just unionize just as employees. We can, make the changes within reason that we want. And we can say that, no, fuck you and your muzzle, and you can't do shit about it. And that literally could work. But people are too scared.
That's the job of Better Business Bureau, though, is to enforce those kinds of things. So if they're not enforcing the mask mandate, then the employer has no legal right to fire you, because they can just be reported to the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, but that it's the sick little game anyways, because especially here in Massachusetts, they have that whole little the mini disclaimer bullshit that it's a hire at will state, so they don't even necessarily need a reason to let you go. This shit's all fucked up.
So then we're back to just boycotting.
I said that's a great thing. It's supposed to be effed up. That's you know. So if the system felt good, we keep it. The fact that it doesn't feel good now, it means that we need to make some changes. I think that's a great thing. I'm enjoying the apocalypse app, actually.
I'm doing my best to find the enjoyments. Like my sunsets have been pretty awesome lately. That's one of my therapies.
There you go.
That's not an intoxicant, really. You know, I've been doing pretty good with that.
That's good. You got to make it sustainable. It's got to be a sustainable fight. I mean, we could fight and win this overnight, you know, just by walking away from the system, but the chances that happens are very rare. You know, it requires a lot of people to do a lot of talking for us to all walk away, or what is it, 3 or 10%? But odds are that's not going to happen. So you got to buckle down, buckle up, buttercup. You know, where the good thing is that we have kids, Adam, that aren't going to have to live through this bullshit. So I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not saying it feels good. You know, is my tomorrow certain? Hell no. Hell to the no. I'm getting ready to figure out how the hell to get out of this state, right? You know, like this whole homeless thing is real. This whole out of work thing, you know, you can try to fight it all you want. They are coming for everything, and the land and all of your rights and the ability to experiment on you. So
I think the fear of that idea is, I don't know, I think it's definitely beneficial for me that I am me and have the work ethic and the creativity and ability to you know, do the job well enough to be recognized that I do the job better than most. So, you know, like I was saying, I don't know if you caught it earlier, I lost that other job over, I'm on standby, but I have another job. I'm not going to name the corporation, but it's a warehouse distribution center, and I don't wear a muzzle, and they respect my right not to.
Hey, now let's go back to the first job though, real quick, because I mean, a lot of people are going to make out in this. So now, did they fire you because you wouldn't wear the mask?
No, I'm not actually technically fired. No, I'm still technically on their payroll.
But are they paying you?
So that's actually funny, because it was either last week or the week before. I actually just got a check mailed to me from them for a holiday pay.
There's something there.
I haven't cashed it, and looking at it, it's messed up too, because they took over 60% in taxes.
Well, you know, so
yeah, they have to pay you the vacation money anyway. If you actually work if you work like 2 months, 3 months, they will have to pay you that vacation money.
They have 48 hours to pay you too, by law. So, I know. Believe me, when it comes to my living and survival, yeah, I'm a get knowledgeable real quick, and
well, some people are going to make out in this, and this is what I'm talking about, is that in most states that I've heard of, they've already said this is unconstitutional, right? So you have a contract to work with that organization. That organization decided for their interest, it's better that you not work right now. That was not on your part. So I think there will be lawsuits. Well, there are lawsuits now. I think there are going to be bigger lawsuits in the future. I do find it very interesting that they are paying you. And I almost think that they have to pay you, because they're telling you, well, for the sake of our fear of your shoes, and you have to wear shoes, we don't want you to come to work because you wear shoes. You know, there you have, you know, when you contract. That's
reasonable though. That's within reason.
Well, the shoes were an analogy. The point is
Well,
that
no, because that's actually part of the policies, if you will, the policies. Yeah, no, that's part of my argument as well with the companies and the employees is know the policy, read the policy, comprehend it, know what the hell you're signing, and take the necessary actions you need to do. But you got to be conscious of this shit. People just sign things willy-nilly and don't even concern themselves with what that document states. Like that's very
Absolutely.
important. Anything, and that's why everything I sign it with UCC 1-308 right above my name.
That's that Adam I love, boy. Go ahead.
Can you explain that?
So UCC 1-308 is Universal Commercial Code, and it reserves all rights from liability or full consent. So, and it also turns anything you sign into a legal contract. But you're gonna have to look it up.
We'll do.
Why is that not?
Why is
I'm
what?
confused. And how is that not common knowledge?
Oh, well, let me answer that, and then we got to wrap up because I got to go. So it's because we're slaves, we're commodities. Slave masters don't allow in the public domain.
No, it's because we're free, and it's because we're highly educated.
And if the slave master actually put facilities on the property to let the slaves make guns to free themselves, then they would have a problem. So the slave masters would teach the slaves that there is nothing outside of the plantation. These are the borders. These are your rights. You're free. Everybody hates your freedom. But I'll bring Brother Adam back and he can go into details on that. We got to run. Thanks for everybody's participation. This is Adam Dingle. Tiana, what is your last name on this profile?
Sigala.
Say that again?
Sigala.
Okay. And Brother Paul, well, what do you want to go by?
My name is Thor, so you might as well call me that.
Okay. These are people you want to subscribe to and follow. They all do live streams as well. This is Gerard. I am out of here. You guys have a fantastic day. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Bye-bye now. Everybody say bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, be safe.
Break the chains that bind me, 'cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you wanna set the world free, have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you wanna let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? where slavery stopped.